Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to that of the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we are bringing you guys, all of you guys, that of Secrets in the Sands, episode 3. So yeah, be sure to, or glad to have each and every single one of you. We're obviously a couple of quick announcements. The next week or next week's game, that won't be, or that will be probably on the 28th or 29th of August. When this obviously this game is being shot and all that. We will not have a session on the 22nd, but we'll have a session on the 29th for Secrets in the Sands. So be sure to check that out when we get there. That being said, you guys know the whole dealio. If you want to affect the game, you can give out that at inspiration points, however you want. You can give out health potions and affect the game in a multitude of other ways. That said, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into that of the game. Alrighty. Boom, boom. Alright, let's see and unmute.
Comforting, dude.
It goes over my head.
Uh-huh.
What?
Oh, I was showing them you met in a tavern card.
You met in the tavern card.
Mm-hmm.
That is something.
You get to choose two options: form a party or start a brawl.
Bro, let's go! Punch that guy in the face. Oh man. Well, that being said, because we don't have any time to waste, my friends, let's get started with today's session. Alrighty. So,
Exciting.
pull that up over there, and pull that up over here.
Oh, music.
So, I would like for each and every one of you to gather around the table, and let me tell you all of Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, the tale of the looming corruption, and that of the mysteries within. For this, my friends, be the infamous tale of Secrets in the Sands, and the legendary tale of Soulbound. I'm mimicking you, Matt, because I see you in the corner of my eye. Yes. So, previously, our heroes would find themselves in the desert wasteland, lost and unsure of their surroundings and the dangers amongst them, but all in all, still alive. After conversing, the party would try to decide where to seek shelter. However, they were met with a strange and wandering Yanti woman in Nafiba. After having a similar experience in how our heroes woke up from that of crystalline prisons, it'd be strength in numbers as she joined them for the time being. And after spotting an oasis not too far from their location, they'd find a strange ravine in a cliffside. However, it was infested with cannibalistic hyenas desperately seeking food. That food was our heroes. They'd leap after them trying to climb that of the cliff, however it'd be a massive one in towering size making chase towards them. And through a bit of fire and clever tactics, the heroes were able to escape and find refuge in a nearby ruins. However, after learning the many dangers of Voden, they'd seek a bit of water to cure their dehydration, but after trying to get a drink, they were immediately met with water around them attacking them and trying to strangle and drown them. It turned out that the water had life here, or at the least but its nature strange, defensive, and fearful, as learned by that of Zeo. Though, with 3 allies being knocked unconscious, the sky would flicker or almost like that of a dying light bulb, and immediately with no sunset, the area would turn to that of night. With Voden being a dangerous place, we'll have to see if our heroes may survive, and that's of Session 3 of Soulbound and Secrets in the Sands. And with that, my friends, let us begin with today's session. Alrighty. That being said, alright. So, first things first. As per usual, let me give you, or send you guys over to the map, so you guys get a visual of everything. Also, let me adjust that to the lighting because it always likes to mess up whenever it's this way. So we're going to turn it to daylight, and then we're going to turn it to night. Oop, there we go. Now we don't have that ugly filter. Okay. Next up, boom, and boom. So, as you guys begin to slowly awaken, You see, as you saw before, the sky began to flicker, and you watch as Farmer, Nephiba, and that of Creelan begin to shoot up immediately, breathing and gasping for air. And as they do, Ilva, you look over and you see as they are sweating but back conscious. That said, you three awaken into that of a darkened sky, the ruins around you, into that of your companions, these being the first three things that you see. That said, what do you all say? And what do you all do?
When they shut up, can I make a like it didn't seem normal, right? So can I make like some sort of like inspection to see if why they would just shoot up, even though like we know that they were out cold, kind of thing, like all in unison, right?
Sure thing. Yeah, make I guess a medicine check would probably be the best one for this.
Medicine.
9. Oh man.
Fuck.
From 9, for what you can tell looking at them, I mean, they seem alright, they seem okay. It seems as if just kind of... It seems like they, like, all looking towards that of their wounds, from what you can tell. For the most part, I mean, they're healed up to an extent, as much as time and a short amount of time could actually do, you know? But,
Still some blood, scrapes, bruising, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know, like, but I mean, they look better, but they definitely seem exhausted to an extent, as the rest of you all.
Phoebe, Farmer, do you feel okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back up.
Do you don't feel anything strange, or I don't know if you've ever been in a fight before, but nothing seems unordinary?
I've been in fights before, but nothing like this at least, but I feel alright. Now, at least.
I'll walk over, or I'll just shuffle over to the Farmer. I'll just like knock on his metal parts. How about you?
Hello. I seem to have sustained some damage.
Yeah, you fell in the pool there. You all kind of just shot up at the same time. How about you? Do you feel anything different? I know you're more mechanical than fleshy bits.
Could you rephrase the question? I don't,
Is your programming normal? Is there an anomaly in there?
Oh, I do not, I do not detect any anomalies in my programming, save for the presence of visions when I am unconscious, which is characteristic of humans. Also, I seem not to remember certain moments after sustaining damage. 'Tis quite strange, but I sense I am perfectly fine. No problems here.
My eyes will shift to Phoebe. Do you have visions too?
Well, visions, I would say they were more like dreams of some sort. At least it felt like a dream, but I did see something, yeah.
Well,
How about you, Ilva? Are you feeling fantastic this evening? Wait. My inner chronometer doesn't seem to light up or line up with the time of day.
yeah,
It is strange.
the three of you were knocked out. We won, but I put you over here, and there was a crackling in the sky, and it just turned to dark instantly, and then all three of you shot up.
That seems improbable, but
That's why I was asking you those questions, just trying to figure out why that was. Regardless, you three will have to be careful. I can't really aid your wounds at the moment. So try not to get into too much trouble until we rest.
Is the water safe?
You know, I didn't check the water yet. But we can definitely test that out again.
Interesting. I agree. We should try to obtain as much water as possible. I would highly recommend that I not be the one to do so this time.
Me neither.
Yeah, I concur with that statement. I'll wait, hold on. Before I get in trouble here. Yeah, so I'm gonna just go right here.
Easy enough.
Would you say this is the edge, or the water, or this is the water? Like, which part would you prefer? Oh, yeah, I don't know if you can see that actually.
Oh no, I can see it.
Yeah?
So this, you'd probably get a little bit closer, but like this area right here would be considered that of the edge, like sort of looking over it. Yada yada.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're gonna sit right there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kneel down, and I'm going to try and cast the ritual purify food and drink. Sorry.
All right. So describe exactly to me, like as you're casting a spell, what exactly does this process entail?
Well, since it is more of a ritual base, that's why I'm kneeling. And as I'm kind of like gesturing my hands in a motion, but as I'm doing so, more of a instead of a light coming from my hands, it's more of a darkness or shadowy bit to initiate the spell. And when as it's completing, I'm basically just gonna put both my hands, like lean forward, both my hands on top of the water, but not pushing into the water, but just laying on top of it, or putting my hands on top of it. Sorry.
Okay. Good to know. Keep that in mind. But that is what you're doing over the course of, I believe, 10 minutes.
One action.
One action? Gotcha. Where are you? So are you ritual casting it, or are you casting it?
Oh wait, you're right.
Yeah.
I am ritual casting it. You're right, it's 10 minutes. I apologize.
Okay. No, you're good. Okay. That being said, while you're in the process of doing that, I'll get back to you in a minute. That over here, Zale and Sirius, you look over and you see as the likes of Nephiba, Ilva, and that farmer were having a conversation. What are you two doing over here, or are you going over towards them?
With the immediate fact that it just went straight day to night in a matter of a flick of a switch, I'm going to immediately look up to the stars and see if they are in fact some sort of veil or illusion of some sorts, or see if there are any constellations or any stars that I recognize.
Well, here's what you see. I'll tell you what, make a perception check first, and then I'll go into the other part second. Natural 20, 24,
Hell
good
yeah.
stuff. Are you an amnesiac? You are not. So with a 24, you look out and gaze towards that of the sky. It is wild. Like, you look over towards it, and it seems to be almost just as, or roughly the same, like, as almost home. Or to an extent. It seems to be like a normal sort of thing, not really any illusions or magical sort of essence about it, from what you can tell. You even see a couple of familiar constellations, being typically all the constellations are of that of the gods. The ones in particular that you're able to see with the natural 20 are that of Erebos and Phonax, and the constellations of Pharika and Nylia. For those of you who don't know, Erebos, the god of death, Phonax, the god of deception, Pharika, the goddess of affliction, and Nylia, the goddess of the hunt. That said, if you want to, you can make a religion check to see if you can discern any things about them or about any of those gods. If not, you may continue to do as you do.
I'm a religious type of person. May I use history instead?
History, what are you trying to learn about them? Or about
Well,
that of the constellations?
Maybe recall, I would say, because of my druidic nature, traveling the lands and trying to become one with both the lands below me and recognizing the stars that I have seen all. I would like to recall any past events that I probably witnessed of the
Awesome.
gods doing, if that makes sense.
Past events that you've witnessed the gods doing. Okay, I'll say this. I would say this is more of a religion check, to be honest. But you can make a history check. The DC is just a little bit higher, though.
Okay, because history is better for me.
18. That being said, nothing nothing too particular. Besides, nothing that's really, affected you as a person. But you're able to at least recall that of the events of, the typical sort of thing of Phonax's sort of, retreat from that of the underworld. And if you want to learn more about that, you can just let me know. But the likes of him escaping the underworld and becoming the first returned. You also hear the events of, or are able to recall the events of that of Pharika's nature and their sort of relationship between that of Nylia, and all of the sort of things that Pharika's sort of done for that of the world and producing medicines and other sort of, even to sometimes to some extent, poisons for other sort of nefarious needs, but mainly, again, poisons and whatnot. And all of that relationship between that of the hunt and all the separate, or the 4 seasons with Nylia. But other than that, if there's nothing specific you want to know about any of those, just gazing towards that of the constellations, trying to figure out that of a general history of it. Nothing that seems to really has affected you.
Yeah, this is mostly just me doing a split second assessment of my surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I kind of look towards Zale and saw the shock in my eyes, and also kind of looking towards him, see if he has any maybe calmer reaction.
He's just looking at it like, those are stars.
Dear gods, okay. With our current gathering, we gathered a lot. Let's go see about our friends. And I start seeing Yova by the water, and I quickly run over and just see wait.
No!
Avoiding the water, still just
Yeah. Speaking of which,
I don't disturb her casting, but I just kind of approach her for a minute and just say, please be careful with approaching the entities that attacked us before still reside inside. I don't know if they'll be able to allow us to gather here.
I don't know if I can talk about casting a ritual.
No, it doesn't matter if she can't respond. I've just got to relay that message to her. And then seeing
being said, real quick, everybody, or Zale, Sirius, and Ilva, make a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
27 and 1 from Zale. Just a 14, not bad. All right. Yeah, Zale and Ilva, you're able to sort of notice this. So you look towards it, and as you're trying, or in the process of sort of purifying that of the water, you see as it is beginning to slowly almost move about, not really off of your volition or what you're doing, but it seems to just move around that of your hands and is slowly sort of forming into something. That being said, Zale and Ilva, you're able to see with a 20, you're able to see as it's slowly manifesting into almost like that of another tendril, or maybe that of another serpent or other creature. And it's ever so slightly inching its way closer towards you.
shoot. I'm gonna just scoot back, I guess.
The water slither and I'll just like, you want a little drink? Huh?
Oh man. That being said, so are you breaking that of the ritual cast, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna break it.
All right. That said, Ova backs up. What are the rest of you all doing in this moment?
Right now, Sarah's just gonna check around with the rest of the crew that just woke up, and seeing that it's spontaneous turned up, and it should have been hours before they woken up. I'm probably just gonna do the same thing Yova does and just see about their well-being.
All right. That said, real quick so I can make sure. Showcase, are you here at the moment, or not yet?
I'm here.
All right, just making sure. Okay, so, Kreelin, was there anything that you wanted to do at this moment?
First thing I need to do is get up and check myself because I haven't really been this injured since that damn meteor hammer. So I'm gonna check, do a wing check as well, see if I can fly, go up 10 feet, come back down, land, take a breather, and then just start doing it to my basic kata, trying to reclaim and calm myself.
So you are able to take flight, and as you begin to land, you begin to go into several forms of kata, returning towards that of the basics, refining them. And as you begin to do so, is there anything else anybody is trying to do in this moment in time?
I'm gonna produce flame to make a little flame in my hand so we have a light.
You got it. One moment. Gotcha.
And I'll show Farmer and Phoebe the new materials that I gathered. Pretty much the same with all the materials and the medicines.
What is the range of produce flame again?
Give me a moment.
I think it's 60 feet. No, that's create campfire. That's different.
Bright light of 10 feet and dim light for an additional 10 feet.
So what's the range from it? Like, how far can it go? Not the range of the light, but like the range of the spell.
There we go.
It's in my hand.
That's a cool effect.
That's what it says. It
There we
says
go.
it's in my hand,
And that should
basically.
do
So I
that
think
where-
it's self.
That should do it where it's not going crazy. All right. Well, that's sort of happening. All right. You see as Zale begins to sort of conjure that of a small flame within that of their hand, and you see as it begins to burn and flicker, providing a little bit of light to those who can't necessarily see in the dark. Now, granted, you guys can see for the most part. It's not like completely pitch black, but those without dark vision, you guys are having a little bit of trouble without seeing, which is actually funny enough. I think that's almost a majority of you, if I'm not wrong. Except maybe Ilva and Phoebe. I think, yeah, that is nearly everybody. Oh man. Alright. So, that said, sorry about that. I was trying to get the thing set up for Azale. Can you go over again what you were talking about? I believe it was Animus. Correct me if I'm wrong. Were you trying to do something?
Oh no, just showing Phoebe and Farmer the materials and medicines I got.
Gotcha. So as you are just showing them the medicines and whatnot, again, you guys have your sort of static resource for that of your survival. You guys are a little bit of an inventory check. You have a 1 out of 5 stocks of water, no mana, 4 out of 5 stocks for materials, 3 stocks of medicine, and 1 soul coin. There's no food though. Also, I should preface, I mentioned this before in the other games, but so I didn't get, or I didn't keep track of food and water 1 game less for this campaign than I should have. So ideally, you would be extremely hungry and dehydrated of thirst since you've gone 3 sessions without any of it. However, since I did the same for that of Rhyme and the Ascent game, if you go this session without having enough resources to eat and drink, then you'll start adding on exhaustion levels. But for right now, you are fine. But at the end of this session and starting next session, you guys will start tagging along some exhaustion levels. She sort of preface, granted, as you guys have not established a base yet, and you don't have any sort of resources to, or you haven't made any rucksacks or crafted any at the moment, you guys need a total of, Farmer, you don't need to eat anything, right? Unless you just want to, right?
I mean, unless I want to feel like I'm
Part of the gang.
fitting in with the gang, but I don't need to breathe, don't need to eat. I can sort of power down for sleep, but yeah, that's not a priority for me.
That is huge. So, typically, for all the groups, it would be that you need 6 food and 6 water to sort of obviously function for that of the day, or for however long and whatnot. However, because you have a Warforged on your side, you only need to have that of 5 food and 5 water that gets consumed. Now, granted, when you guys obviously get a base and you guys, you know, have rucksacks and sort of more materials to sort of store just leftover resources, that won't be much of a problem. But at the moment, as you guys are just kind of trying to get where you need to be at the moment and then establish a base, you're struggling for a little bit. That said, there you go. If you have any more questions about that, just feel free to let me know.
Is there an Uber Eats?
You could make that, but there isn't one right now.
You're the first driver.
Gotta get your food in style.
I need to get my license.
While it is sensible to explore and discover the area, I believe we are reaching a point where locating a settlement, that is to say a base or hideout or base of operations, is imperative.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find anything here right now.
Yeah. We
For the
should
most
go
part-
to that beach, like,
There's like some sort of
No.
force field and those things there, and the pillars, and then the water's. Well, the water wants to kill us, so.
Did we acquire any of the water?
There was water inside you, but it evaporated as soon as it exited you, so no.
And before you two were seemingly out of commission, I tried to commune or at least speak to the entity dwelling inside the water. It didn't get much, but I feel like maybe another attempt can maybe calm them and let us safely gather a supply of water.
Keep in mind that roar was in character. You did all overhear that.
Oh shit.
Oh, great.
yeah.
And whatever that is, that's still
I thought it was
Yeah.
part of the soundtrack.
like man, this
Faded in
AC
that
shit
well.
hitting.
Lead singer, giant serpent.
Oh man.
Obvious. If you allow me, I would think another attempt at speaking to the water or the entities in it could probably solve that.
I will help you.
I'll make sure you don't die.
Yes. So I leave all the supplies with the rest of the crew, and with Yoba's help, I'll go to the water, and like before, I would slowly approach and maybe commute. I don't know which effect will really help me with this part. I don't think the entity in the water is a creature, so I don't think speech with beast and leaf will help me here. But maybe speak it to in a different language. So maybe I'll try primordial and then Sylvan.
Okay.
Repeating the same phrase. Entity of this oasis, we require water and substance for our journeys. Can we please gather as much as we needed?
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and cast guidance.
You got it. That being said, is anybody assisting, giving him advantage in any way by also adding on to that?
I don't think I could, because I don't speak primordial.
Let me check something really quick.
You don't
Even if I
necessarily
just
have to
nod
speak.
my
You can do multiple
head.
things if you get creative.
Maybe if I just nod my head, they'll think it's good.
Sign language? Maybe, they probably don't have,
I can provide resistance if you want to add a D4 to a potential saving throw.
That helps.
That'll help. They probably if they whip me.
Whips
So-
at you.
Real quick, so
no.
here's all of this. So, Farmer, if you're casting guidance on Sirius, all right, you see as a little bit of a protective ward is over him, but it's not really apparent the way that you place it. But guidance on that of the shoulder of Sirius, and Zale, you're sort of just sitting back and you're just nodding your head real cool, like.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Zale's my height.
I don't understand, but what he's saying, I agree with.
Oh, I'm also going. After I put my hand on my on his shoulder, I'm going to kneel, and then put my hands in front of the water.
You got it. Easy enough. All right. Sirius, you have also received an inspiration point from chat. I will say this: make a persuasion check with advantage and a D4.
Yay.
Sweet baby furballs. Let's go.
You got this.
You got this.
Sweet
You gotta
baby
believe.
furball.
Was it control or alt for advantage?
Alt is for advantage.
Okay.
It's weird.
Oh,
That's
man.
different now.
All right, add a D4.
No.
15.
15. Are you adding anything else, or is that all?
You know what? Thanks, and super tired for that. I will use that inspiration point to make it a 16.
You got it. All right. That being said, oh boy. As this begins to happen, a couple things. Also, first off, Ilver, you receive an inspiration point from Bimroth. But the other thing is,
Oh yeah, brother.
you guys see as slowly but surely sort of seeping out of that of the corner, a small little individual seeming to be floating about that sort of came from almost nearly nowhere. And you see as they begin to just slowly but surely go around and begin to just sort of hug that of the ankle of that of Sirius. And you do see as they do so, sort of extending that of their fins towards you, they do explode. Sirius, I need you to roll a D100 for me. It's not harmful, but
Get the shit off me.
it's not a it's not a harmful thing, but a D100.
And what show is 21?
It's
Oh,
21.
Sensei, I guess it was a potion instead, not as inspiration.
Oh, did I say inspiration point? My bad. I meant
Yeah.
health potion. My bad. All right. That being said, as this happens, you do see as it begins to sort of sparkle off, and explodes with that a little bit of cinders, but nothing like anything too crazy. It's just a little bit of red sort of sparkles and whatnot.
What
But-
fire? Oh, stop.
Oh, fire! Keep going, keep going.
But regardless, as this begins to happen, as you make or say your claim, you eventually watch as you see another shift in the water, and eventually appearing before it, a massive figure, almost in that of like a watery sort of dragon, begins to form, emerging. And as it does, you see this individual.
Like, oh shit. No, but it could have been a nymph. I would have took a nymph.
Oh. Hello, sir. You have a lovely face.
I've seen you in a Yu-Gi-Oh card once. You're pretty cool.
Or I'm sorry. There we go.
Yeah, we need to get the right voice line for that one.
And as much as I can see this entity rise, I'll still try to keep my head in a more respectful bow and one knee down.
As
I'm
this
still bowing
happens,
too.
yeah. As this happens, you see as it doesn't say anything, but it doesn't hiss. It doesn't even really move. It just sort of sits there and observes before eventually actually speaking to you, Sirius, in Primordial. It says, oh boy. It seems like whenever it speaks, it's kind of like forming the sentences, but it's having a little bit of trouble to do so, but it tries its best. But it kind of roughly sounds like, why did you harm us? Are you like the others? Are you like bad people?
We do not come in ill intent. We are not like these other individuals that you have encountered. We only seek substance, survival.
And why burn us with another's divine light? And you'll see as it begins to eye towards that of Ilva.
My companions here, we know little of the etiquette of no kind, or we only retaliated in fear that you might have endangered the life of one of our own. We have acted as such, and for that I do apologize. But now we come in a peaceful manner and only wish to aid our own prerogative and, in fact, further your own.
I see. Have you seen, then? Have you seen, bad people? Weapons? Have you seen?
I or none of my fellow companions have made no such encounter with anyone else, in fact. We have only contacted beasts from the north, and you down from the south. Could you please describe these others?
Bad people inside ruin. Most left while ago. No idea where others went, but several more in ruins haven't left. Several suns since seen. Probably dead. Bad men killed each other, probably. Not sure. Also,
Oh, go.
those watching, make a perception check for me real quick.
I love perception.
Zale, you make it with advantage. It's sight-based.
Oh yeah, I forgot I did.
Oh, natural 20.
Who's considered watching?
Anybody who wants to watch at this point, like who is listening in or looking towards the creature.
That's a 20.
Yeah, that
not
counts as
natural.
Because you guys can't hear, so you guys can't hear the individual speaking. You just have no idea what it sounds or like what it is, you know, like what they're
did you
talking
say about my mother?
Shut the fuck up! Trying to get some drink.
Trying to get some drink.
We thirsty boys out here.
Oh, don't fucking
boy.
out.
For those who rolled a 20 and above, you guys see in the creature that there are 2 crystals residing in it. However, there is a third one, but it seems to be completely shattered from what you can see. From what you can probably assume, it's the one that was destroyed earlier. The one's left seems to be a smaller one, and the second one seems to be a big, almost kind of like a heart-shaped crystal left. So one bigger in size and one smaller. That said, you see as it's sort of residing, but it's more of this sort of weird, sort of watery, or water-based sort of armor or covering it, preventing anything from touching or harming it. Or at least trying to an extent, as much as water can really do. That being said, eventually responding to you, Sirius, you will see as the creature begins to speak and say, "You want water. You want Mistress Blessing. What give for us?"
we offer aid in possibly ridding you of these bad men that have, as I wave my hand probably towards the entrance where the pillars are, your mistress's sanctuary.
No mistress sanctuary. Placed here. Against will. Want to leave. Want to leave.
If you wish to leave, how do you traverse?
Debating over it.
Do I need a bowl? Do I need a pot? I need like little water bags.
I'm
I got
debating
you
over
juice
it. Yeah,
pockets.
Put him in a water skin.
No. I'll tell you
Oh, no,
what.
I
Make a
did it.
persuasion check.
Genie in a
Serious.
bottle.
Yeah, make another persuasion check.
Come on.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got this.
13.
Straight 13.
All right, 13. Not terrible. With the 13, you see as it begin to almost elongate for a brief moment in time, you see as it begins to peer directly towards that of the crystal, or that of the two hearts. One way. Another way. Spell. Must cast. Then we walk. Like before. Need time to summon.
Well, that I understand. And for that, we will help.
Where? Take.
We know of a grander body of water. We can take you there.
Where? No. No more Kalani. No more council.
Can you say that word again? Makalani?
Oh, I gotcha. It is this. Looking out of character, chat.
Oh,
Kalani.
a name.
Okay. So are you saying anything else?
Understand. I wouldn't know what Kalani is, would I?
Hell no.
Alright, just checking. So anyway,
Gotta
so I
ask
was
the
saying,
questions.
yeah, we will. Well, I'll ask him about his people, I guess. I'll ask, who are these? Who is the Kalani? Are these your kin?
No. No. Evil. Abusive. Destroy without. They no use cycle or process. They long dead. Like should be.
That I understand. I apologize. I do not mean to assume as such. With that, you'll have our aid, and even after our battle, we will ask if it's with your permission that we seek a short refuge here to rest and gather our strength, and we will go on and give aid, as I said as such.
You bring to mistresses land. Thus. How would she word this? bring to rest of water. Free us from sands. We teach process. You rest safely.
That you have my many thanks. And I ask again, with that, may I please have some of your water?
From what he said, or it said, if you are able to bring them to, I guess in this case from what you are saying, bring them to that of the ocean, they'll let you use that of the water without obviously killing you. So, from what you can tell, you don't even have to ask, like, yeah, he pretty much said yeah already.
With that, I slowly bring out my water skin. I have a hand out and shake a water skin on my hand towards
All right,
the others.
get in.
No.
Like the
I have a hand out and I'm looking towards Zale and Yoba and kind of look over to the rest of the group and I say, like, if you have any other water skins, bring them quickly and we can replenish them.
Get in.
Alright.
No.
What are we doing with them?
I'll basically tell them everything I just witnessed. I'll tell them the whole conversation, show them the text threads, show them the dates and times, and I'll explain. So, these entities of water were forcibly placed here. This is not of their own volition. They have given us aid, and with that, if we bring them to the said beach, as I suggested, it will set them free.
Okay, well, it's really fucking big, so how is it gonna fit into water skin?
I am assuming that its essence is held inside of the crystals.
Ah,
If we have its heart, we can bring them to the water.
you can ask.
You don't have to be rude about it.
You're not just gonna ask a creature by its heart.
Yes,
It
you
should
will!
Maybe he's
Hey!
insecure
It's
about
that-
his weight.
be. And I
You see
go
the
back
creature
and
just
speak.
backs up for a brief moment.
No.
I need.
No, Piper.
Piper?
Animus.
Phoebe, if this creature is very
Skittish.
skittish, and it only speaks in a primordial tongue, I
Only
will.
primordial that you ask if he speaks any other languages, because I can speak a few. He looks like a snake. I speak snake. I'm just saying.
I believe it's only snake in form for the tendrils of the flowing waters adjusted the water elementals, but I know it only seems to speak in primordial, and I will relay as such.
Okay. Well, can you ask if
I
you
will-
stored in those crystals?
I'll go back, put the phone out, text it, hey, so where's your heart? Trying to get inside.
Oh
What a
god.
pickup line that is.
Excuse me, sir. Can you slim yourself down so you can get in the water skin, please?
Well, okay. Well, we'll see that in a moment, but real quick, I want to make sure everybody's able to do this stuff if they wanted to. So is anybody else doing anything in this moment in time while this conversation is being had? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I still motion you guys for the water skins. If you guys want water, get some water.
Fly up to the edge. Never taking my eye off the creature and dip my water skin in. Fill it up. Fly back, never turning around.
Enough. You see as it
Hi.
returns that of the same sort of look. I was just trying to, very, very tense sort of aura. Is anybody else doing anything?
I cup some water, but put how do I do this? Can I cup some water, step back, turn around, and I want to see if it because obviously when the water splashed up, it disintegrated and everything like that, pretty much instantly and stuff the crystal broke and whatever. I just don't want to drink this thing and have this liquidy goo inside me, and all of a sudden it just kills me from the inside. You know what I mean?
I got
Dude,
you.
you don't trust the electrolytes?
No, man.
Oh man.
I'm
So
not,
wait,
not
so,
really sure how to test that.
so you're trying to see if it'll kill you from the inside. Well, I'll be honest, the only sort of consensus is you gotta drink it to find out.
Can I
give a little sip?
Or if you could give it to another creature and test it out that way and experiment, but
Alright,
there
alright,
aren't
alright.
any.
No!
Look, I go. Sadus will go to the water, fill his water skin as well. He'll cap it and put it away, and he'll also gather, like, following Yova's lead, he'll get water and gently drink from it.
Easy enough.
My eyes are beamed at his mouth.
Wait, who is Zales or
Okay.
Series or
Series.
Sadus
okay.
is drinking it.
Gotcha. All right. As you're doing so, I mean,
He rolled.
tastes good to you? That's some good fucking water.
Crystal clear.
Granted,
how do you
you'll probably
see?
want to purify that at some point, but you know.
I gotta get a
mean,
new system.
shit, man. Considering you've been in the desert for who knows how long, that's pretty good. You'll take anything.
I'll take it.
That's
Okay,
it.
so then I'm going to then cut my hands, grab some water, huddle over here, purify the shit out of it. After 10 minutes, though.
That being said, I will say this: if you, I'll sort of explain this to you, so you guys know. If you do want to actually add this to your resource and whatnot for it to be actually drinkable, you're probably gonna want to give it all to Ilva and then have her purify it. So then I can actually add it to that of the stock of 5.
We technically
Come
have
here.
I can cast Purify of Water. So
I also have that spell,
Wow.
and I have an
will-
Alchemist kit.
That will help, or that would significantly lower the time it takes if you guys are both doing it then.
mhm. Gives most of, we'll give all supplies of water to Farmer and Yova, and they'll purify it as such. And then I guess for that we can take a good long rest.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like
Party
that.
resources. So, Secrets in the Sands. At the moment, you are at 5 out of 5 water at this moment.
Animals!
Yeah.
There you go.
Where do you go? You're in the void!
Oh no.
Pool party, everybody! Pool party!
Party. That's sad. All right. So, now, granted, at this moment in time, you will see as the creature will begin to speak in that of primordial once more, and you will see as it says, "When leave, how long wait?"
I go back and say we will stay here for the night, and with your permission, we can see about the ruins. I point over towards the ruins there, and throughout the next day,
No entry.
there it is. Scratch that, and I say with the next day we will begin traversing towards the water.
Okay. All right. You will see as. I'll mention it later. You will see as the creature will begin to slowly dissipate and snap the form of that of a sort of sea dragon or sea serpent, and will dissipate into the water no more. That said, for the most part, the area seems silent besides that roar from earlier. Are you guys trying to take a short rest or a long rest here, or are you doing something else?
Most likely a long rest.
I like long rests.
Get that long rest, and I can outfit myself with the elements.
All right. That being said, you guys know how we get down. For a long rest and all that, there are three watches if you guys are keeping watch, or if you guys want to cowabunga it, you don't have to take a watch. But
Oh.
Cow psych.
but considering there are 3 watches, again, you guys already know this, but just to preface, I think this is more for showcase, because it hasn't been in one of my games. So essentially, 3 watches. If you want, you need a bare minimum of 1 person to take it. You can't have multiple people take it unless they're a warforged. In this case, Farmer. So Farmer, if you wanted to take 2 watches, you could, but you can't take all 3, obviously.
Yeah, because of Sentry's rest. Yeah, 6 hours in active, motionless states rather than sleeping, but it doesn't render me unconscious. I can still see and hear as normal.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. But
We
also,
mature it.
if you guys want to have to basically aid with that of your perception checks and to make sure you're ever vigilant, you may have 2 people keep watch at the same time. And oftentimes that is the most common case, and it's highly recommended. But not all the time is that available to you. So, that said, who would like to take the first watch?
Dibs.
Oh, okay. Can I help with you, Miss Ilva?
Yeah, we need to.
Yes.
I have advantage on my perception. I'll be really useful, I swear.
Get in there, eye boy.
I have
Alright.
heterochromia. It makes me better at seeing.
Until you
Okay.
roll that 1.
Oh no! I've seen the legendary tales of the double natural 1.
Oh, dear
Alright,
God, that sounds horrible.
that being said, alright, so Zale, well, you guys can sort of move your tokens wherever you guys are resting for that of the evening and whatnot. And Zale and Ilva, you guys can also move your tokens wherever you guys want to keep watch.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna just start preparing some stuff.
I'm gonna. Can I climb this wonderful statue that's on top of it?
Sure, if you want to. How
Sure,
far?
can
Oh, just
lie.
the top of the statue?
Yeah, kind of on its lap,
Yeah, easy enough. Yeah, you can do so. It's not that between like it takes you a little bit, but you're able to sort of hoist yourself up.
What are you doing?
Keep watch.
Do you still have a blindfold on? No, that's out of character. Do you actually do?
Yes.
Zale's just like looking with the blindfold.
With the blindfold.
What a strange fashion choice. I say as he looks towards the camera. Who would ever wear a blindfold?
God damn it. Fucking Lou
Watch for
Bears.
some brace, please.
Don't.
So with the blindfold. Okay.
I'll move over. How about that?
Okay.
Alright. That being said, you guys are keeping watch up here.
Yeah.
One thing that you would notice, because you actually, funny enough, you took watch in this location. Well, actually, no, we'll get to that in a minute. First off, before we do anything, I need
Something.
both of you guys to make perception checks throughout your entire watch. And this number will be used for later.
I love having demon blood. Oh dear God.
Oh no!
Okay, so that's a big regret. Hopefully I can carry it home for us.
Hey, let's let you
There you go. Alright.
Yeah.
That being said, with an 18 and a 7.
With the blindfold.
With the blindfold. Disadvantage real quick. Hold on real quick. No, I'm kidding. But no. Considering you guys are kind of on top of the statue, you guys would have noticed that there is actually a couple of useful materials in that of stones and whatnot, if you wanted to use them at all. So
Cool.
you guys also gain that of 2 materials. Also, I should note, if you got, I meant to mention this kind of beforehand, but this is going to be your number that you use for that of your watch. If you guys want to craft anything, considering this is a long rest, or like crafted anything before you went to bed, like whether that be make potions or make weapons, armor, or any general things, do let me know, and then we'll handle that. If you want to just make it on your watch, that's also a thing you can do. But granted, if you're making something, you won't be as attentive,
Right.
I don't think we can make anything yet, can we? We
There
don't
you
have
go.
that much.
You have
Maybe.
5 out of 5 materials, my friend. You have
I mean,
you are overstocked at the moment.
Well, I
Oh,
love
is that how it's
plants.
working? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. You had 4 out of 5, but you gained 2, and obviously you can only hold 5 at the moment, so it just gets cut off. So you are at full 5
Oh,
out
okay.
of 5
So these
slots.
aren't anything really sort of like special, I guess. These are just materials for the group.
So these materials, this is a little bit later down the line that you'll have to worry about it, but whenever you guys get an actual civilization base, you'll have to worry about sort of upkeeping it and making sure things are staying in shape and all that stuff. They're not breaking down. So eventually you'll have to start expending materials to keep that up. But in general, you'll also even need to use materials to build certain structures eventually when you get to that point. The other thing that you need materials for is, well, that of crafting, whether it be armors, weapons, or anything like that in general. Or, yeah, a lot of things.
So the material that we found here doesn't pertain to the stuff that's it's more of a general resource, like it's the 5 out of 5 aspect.
All
and not
materials
really
are basically all
specific-
encompassing. They do all of that stuff. So
Oh,
all
okay,
the resources,
so
all the
I
stuff
could
that
be
you guys
selfish
found.
and be like, take all that 5 and just be like, oh, I made a cool horsey trinket.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, granted,
Okay,
you
just
typically
so
talk
I
about
understand
it.
how it works.
Yeah, it's a whole group sort of thing.
Kinda
But
still
again, they're
malt
all
water.
encompassing. So like anything you guys are doing, like building, crafting related, it's gonna use the material resource to keep
Gotcha.
everything simplistic. So, and also that is spell components. If you guys want to start making those, some of them to an extent can be made, but not all of them. But yeah.
Let me make some butter.
Yeah, yeah, like that.
Let me get
Good luck
stone
with
real
that.
quick. Put it together. Butter.
Oh man.
Butterball.
But yeah. That being said, was anybody trying to do anything before they went to bed? Before we go towards out of the watch? My bad.
Is it? I wonder. Do you think, hey farmer?
He looks over.
Do you have any tools to possibly create any potions?
Why, absolutely. I have a set of Alchemist supplies. Although, I do not have an Herbalism kit, if that is what you are wondering.
I wonder if I can build something out of the materials and medicine I have. I am quite skilled
If-
with such a tool.
If we have medicinal resources, then I may be able to do some tinctures, perhaps potion, or something protective.
Yeah, see what you can as far as protective. And DM, is it possible for me to make a healer's kit or herbalism tools of some sort with the materials we have?
Hell yeah. Let me go get. Hell yeah, you can make any tool. With that, you need materials to do it, but yeah, I need a little bit of
Okay,
time.
so how
but
much?
yeah.
How much time and materials can we actually
Okay,
need?
let me go pull up the crafting mechanics. Give me one moment. So, are you trying to make a kit, or are you trying to make potions?
I'm gonna be making potions.
Making
Yeah,
potions.
you making
Okay.
the potions.
Yeah,
I would see
alrighty.
about. Wait. Yeah, if he's already able to make the potions, do I really need to make the herbalism tools to do so, or?
Well, here, let me
No,
break this down. So let's go over that of the potions first, and then you can see. So, in order to craft potions or that poisons or anything like that, well, for poisons you need a poisoner's kit. You need proficiency in that, and you need to also have one made. For making potions, you need an herbalism kit or have one made and all that stuff, right? So, do either of you have an herbalism kit or a poisoner's kit?
I think.
I have neither. However, since we're going down the list of what covers what, then what does the alchemist supply? What do the alchemist supplies do according to the resource you have?
So I will say the alchemist supplies. It doesn't necessarily. I'll give you a little bit of a thing because I'm like, yeah, that's kind of close and whatnot. I'll make the DC is a little bit lower because you have an alchemist kit, but you are going to need eventually an herbalism kit to make a lot of these sort of potions. An alchemist kit would be mainly for making other sort of potions besides healing and poisoning. So like your potions of flying, for example, and all that other stuff, right? But yeah, it's definitely 100% useful, and I'll give you a little bit if you're trying to make potions in general,
So would that be like doing alchemist fire or doing antitoxin, or like is that the kind of thing you're talking about for alchemy?
For alchemy, yeah, that would be a sort of thing. So it's more of like, again, alchemist kit, making it for, again, magical sort of potions that would be typically magic items in D&D, all that stuff. You would be able to make those. Obviously, you need the resources to do that, but you'd be able to make those in time.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, I will go and try to do the herbalism kit. I mean,
are you trying to make it, or do you have one already?
No, I don't have one. I'm going to try to
Gotcha.
maybe create one.
Gotcha. So
Not the herbalism kit where I stabilize people. The herbalism tools. I mean, yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty, so if you're trying to make that of a herbalism kit, here's what I need you to do. So you're gonna need to be your smart boy for this. You're gonna need to meet the DC. To make that of a toolkit, you need essentially two materials to make that of a toolkit, and you're gonna need to spend a little bit of time to get proficient with it, but you can still learn. The only way to learn is by obviously using it. So
Oh, I know how to use one.
Yeah. Oh, you know how to use one? Okay, you just don't have one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Perfect. So I need you to make a intelligence check to that or to craft it. If anybody wants to help you in this time, you can do it with advantage, or you can just have them make it for you. Your choice.
Farm one tag team for both of these. I hope you help mine. I help yours.
1 sec here.
That sounds like a cooperative task. Absolutely.
Teamwork.
I
so
hear
what do you
it
roll again?
makes the dream work.
I like your style, Karma.
I don't.
So what I need to roll again?
You need to make a straight intelligence check.
Okay. And that's with advantage.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes.
You got this.
Not bad. One more time. Big money.
Hey, forget that one.
All right, I will take that 16. 16, you're able to beat the DC. That being said, it takes you about roughly an hour to do so, but you're able to spend a little bit of time crafting that of an herbalism kit. You gather that of the sort of materials needed, expending them through. So you're down to, I believe, 3 materials. Good stuff.
I
How
lost
long does it to make a
connection.
rucksack?
How long does it take to make a rucksack, or how much, or what does it take to make one?
Both.
Both. So it takes a short rest to craft pretty much anything, or almost anything. Like upon my discretion, all that stuff. The materials needed to make one is you need actual leather. This is a specific resource that you need to go hunt and find. And then you're also going to need to expend 1 material resource. But you need leather
Gotcha.
is the big thing. So you got to go hunting for an animal and go skin them real quick, and then, boom, bada bing. So, Creoling doesn't count, but that's said. But yeah. So
What if he
now that you have the sort of herbalism kit crafted, you need to do the following. So here's how this generally works, and I can actually post this now. Finally, I get to use it. So essentially, you will be able to, or there is a list of all the different types of potions of healing you can make. Potion of heat, like the normal potion, the greater potion, superior, supreme, yada yada yada. Or if you want to make a healer's kit, then that is also another thing you can do. Regardless, when you're making things for the first time, you're in the process of learning how to do it. So it's going to be a little bit harder than when you gain proficiency in it and you're able to do it just naturally. So always the DC is multiplied by 2.5, always round it down. So which type of potion are you trying to make? You can make a common potion, a greater potion, or superior. Now a common potion, it takes 2 medicine to make. A greater potion takes 4 medicine. Granted, you don't have the tools necessary to make anything higher than that because it requires way more medicine resources. So common or
Yeah,
greater.
we only have 3 materials in medicine, right?
Let's check. You guys also should be able to check the in-game content chat to see your current resources. Yes, you have 3 out of 5 medicine. So, that being said, you can make a common health potion if you wanted to. Alright. So, if you want to do that, I need you to make that of a medicine check, and I need you to do you have proficiency in the herbalism kit? You do. Alright, so the DC is a little bit easier. Make a herbalism check for me. Oh, how the hell do you do that in Foundry? Oh god.
Is this me or Farmer?
Whoever is crafting it, or whoever is using that of the kit, they need to make the check.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are you proficient with the kit?
Do you have proficiency in that tool set?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Alright,
I
I'm
assume you
going
don't.
to...
I do.
Drop
I do as well.
Okay. So
Enjoy
yeah,
a
if
little
you
bit
wanted
of
to use
guidance
it-
too.
Yeah.
Game constant chat here. I'm gonna
Oh,
drop this down in
guidance.
here so you can always reference it. And then I can also reference that of all of the poisons and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just in case you ever want to make it. There's a lot. Oh boy. Where the heck is this? Bam. All right. So, that said, all right. So, who is making the roll for me?
Siri, I believe is.
All right.
Yep.
So, make a herbalism check. So since you have the proficiency, make a make a wisdom check. Add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Let's go. All right, so that's 12 plus 2, 14 total.
You have guidance from Ilva, I believe. Guidance!
God, my
Man, you suck with the guidance roll.
Oh my god!
Oh, it is 1 point.
All I need is 1. That said,
So it's
yeah,
15
that's
total.
yeah, 15 total. That is more than enough. So,
What? That's a
all right, so you guys, or after a little bit of time, you're able to gather that of the materials necessary, as well as expending that of this sort of plants and herbs that you found from earlier, and you're able to craft that of your first health potion. Good stuff. That being said, you guys are now at 1 out of 5 medicine, but you're able to have a potion of healing. I will add that into your inventory, Sirius, and there you go.
I'll give that to Farmer.
Give it to Farmer. All right.
Give it to Farmer to hold on to.
Yes, and I have the herbalism kit, so I'll hold on to that.
Okay. So I'll want that.
And cue Zelda cue. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, it is in your inventory, Farmer. So there you go.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how do I add the herbalism kit to my?
Oh, I'll just do it for you.
Okay, cool.
Herbalism kit. Wait, what? Okay, well, I gotta go find it. Give me it'll be a second. But in the meantime, while this is all getting crafted and whatnot, is there any conversations that are being had before watch is sort of taking place, or anything at all?
Seeing towards Phoebe and Helen, seeing how they're doing.
Phoebe and Creelan.
They're doing great.
Silent and stoic, I love it.
I like Auroraverse. There you go.
How are things, Phoebe?
Oh, I'm feeling better, I think. Yeah, I'm alright. Do you need me to do something?
No, just checking up on my allies.
Alright. How are you?
I'm well. I'm actually quite happy that we actually got on succeeding with finding out how the water's been going and crafting the potion.
Good. That's good.
So awkward.
We made
Sirius is awkward, by the way. He's just awkward.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah, he's kind of like, haven't been with actual people in an extremely long time. I've lost track of, what is it?
I can tell.
400? No, not 400. That was my uncle. I think 40 years. I think it's been 40 years since I've actually talked to people.
I see. I would say it's been a pretty long time for me as well, so I understand where you're coming from.
Quite exciting. It is, granted our circumstances are not actually, well, I'm gonna go back to the potion here.
Alright.
Oh man, I love it.
Good talk. Good talk.
That said, is anybody else conversing or doing anything?
Farmer will be. Farmer's interested in creating a thing of Alchemist fire.
Let's see what we got here.
fire.
That is
Alchemist fire.
Fire.
Alrighty. So, Alchemist fire, ba-da-da-da-da. Alrighty. You need, hold on, this is just sticky adhesive fluid ice when exposed to that of air. Okay, so for Alchemist fire, it is considered that of a magical item. Let's see if you guys even have the resource to be able to make it and all that stuff. I believe you might be able to get away with it. You need 1 medicine and 1 material. Yes, you do. Okay, So here's you already have the do you actually have an alchemist kit already? I'll make this significantly
Yes, that's
easier.
one of the starting items.
Perfect. So same sort of thing. The DC is a little bit raised at the first time, but then obviously it lowers down. I just need you to make a alchemist check. So this is an intelligence check, and then adding your proficiency bonus on top of that.
Intelligence check using proficiency. Boo-boo.
It is.
Dang.
That was so close. I hate that.
Oh boy, wait, what's
I
your
hate it
proficiency? 214. Ooh. Got anything else for it, buddy?
I still have a one of my inspirations, so let's bring it up to 15.
15. You've learned well, Matt. You've learned well.
Yes, I have.
Oh boy. Always go in increments of 5. That being said, with a 15 for the Alchemist Fire, I'll make sure. Okay, yeah. So, granted, it's a pretty shittily made one, but it gets the job done. It takes you a little bit of time to sort of mix that of the correct sort of materials, and even that of using that of the medicines around, and even that of the plants, but also that of just general sort of rocks and other things to sort of craft it. And eventually you are able to add that of Alchemist Fire to that of your inventory. Now you know exactly how it works, so I'm going to reduce or remove the resources, and there you go.
Yep. Super.
Alright, if you really want me to, I'll have Vocal make like a theme song whenever you craft something.
Oh,
For the first, but only for the first time. Only for the first time.
Only for the first time, you got it.
Also, I have a question, Matt. What's Alchemist Fire, if you don't mind me asking?
Alchemist Fire is a is basically a sticky adhesive fluid that ignites when it's exposed to air. I can throw it up to 20 feet and it will shatter on impact. On a hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of his turns. Can make a dex check to extinguish the flames.
So you just made a Molotov, is what
I
I'm
just made a
hearing?
Molotov
much, yeah.
cocktail.
Molotov, no fire included.
I'll make the fire, don't worry.
I'm looking for the item at the moment. I gotcha. 1 second.
Hooray for Molotov.
There you go. Alright, you will now have Alchemist Fire in your inventory, Matt. Boom.
Sweet.
There you go. Alright, anything else from anybody?
I think that might be. I mean, I think that might be the most I can do if I'm going to keep my watch schedule. Potentially, I'm thinking.
All right.
So, do you concur
try
with
to-
that? Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to watch instead.
All right. That being said, Creelan, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna look for either a material or a wooden stick, take out my woodcarver's tool, and attempt to make a quarterstaff.
All right, make a quarterstaff. Okie dokie. So, yeah, wood carvers. What is the thing for weapons? Give me one moment. All right, crafting. Da da da. Give me one moment. I gotta review this sort of thing. Resource mix item. Oh, okay. For weapons, it's going to be a lot more. You do not have the sort of or enough materials to make it at this moment in time. You guys are at about hold on, where are you guys at? You guys only have 2 materials at the moment. You need a significant amount more to make that of weapons. Now, granted, no matter what type of weapon it is, they're all, unless it's magical or anything like that, they're always going to use the same sort of amount of materials to use, being that of 5. For that of armor, I believe it takes a total of 10. For tools, it only takes 1. For clothing, it takes 5. That said, it's going to, you're going to need to wait a little bit or find a little bit more materials before you're able to do it.
Okay.
This is just to keep everything
Not a problem.
simplistic and whatnot. Alright. That said, anybody else?
I guess I could do something.
Go for it.
I'm gonna talk in my head.
Oh my god. You're gonna talk in your head. Alright.
Hey, are you there?
Hey, you up?
Hey. Are you there? Hello?
No response.
Boring, then. Okay, that's all I'm doing.
I'm not boring, you jackass. What do you want?
Oh. I'm bored. I need someone to talk to.
You're literally sitting right beside someone.
Could you see me? I don't know. I don't understand. She's wearing a blindfold.
I am not moving at all.
She's not. Is she breathing? I don't understand.
I don't know, I can't really see, like, specifics around here.
Oh, to like poke her shoulder. Are you alive?
I still don't move.
She's not. It's like, phew.
If they're not moving, well, either they're sleeping or they're dead. I don't know.
It's like, just say fucking infernal.
How loud do you say it?
How long?
Loud.
Oh, just a whisper, basically.
Oh. Well, this person is gonna just say, I don't know, just down there or something. See if they're awake or alive.
Sorry, you said that out loud?
No. Like a whisper. What is your trigger word? Infernal swearing.
The infernal fuck.
I'll just since we're right beside each other, I'll just turn to you slightly and go, fuck, an infernal as well.
His eyes like widen. It's like I assume your outfit looks like holy, right? Like, you know.
No.
No? What does it look like? Oh, do I haven't seen your art in a while. I have no idea what it looks like.
I am the furthest thing from holy.
Yeah, actually, Ducky, I know it's because you got your outfit changed in Tomb of Annihilation a while ago. What does your outfit look like now? If you could describe to everybody.
Well, she lost some pieces from the travel.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's basically just like it's more of a banded mail than I guess like as a look for it. It operates like chainmail. But it is more reminiscent to the art currently because of the pieces that were, because I only bring 3 things, so it is essentially just the art right now. So
I see. Can you speak that?
speak Infernal?
Yeah.
I can.
Very interesting. That makes conversations easier. Where did you learn?
She'll switch to common and just gonna focus on keeping watch for right now.
Yeah, I was okay. Just to like turn away. Like it's not like I wanted to talk to you or anything. Vodka.
Oh man. So how'd it
that's
go?
For me. Oh wait, no, I should probably respond. She can speak Infernal. She doesn't look like one of us, though. I don't see any horns on her.
Oh. I mean, even Amon was able to talk Infernal and all that stuff, so I mean, I don't know. Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't know. Do I know who that is?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck
actually,
no.
wait.
Ouch.
Hold on.
Brother.
Let me think.
Oh no, he's thinking now. Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh god. Okay, I gotta recall back. Okay. Roll a
You would've never
D100.
mentioned me.
A
A
D100.
D100.
Let me see. Do I remember someone, or do I know someone? 21.
No. Okay.
So
Ten.
no.
No.
Uh,
It's not that. I wasn't. For what you guys were thinking, it wasn't for that. I can tell you that much. It was something much, much worse.
oh joy.
But yeah, you've never heard of that name.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch now. Keep being in my head, I guess.
Yeah, this isn't really consensual. You just kind of bug me every now and again. I'm kind of in the middle of like, you know, doing important things and places.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad to see I'm not that
Definitely not
important,
prank
I
wars or
guess.
anything. Wait, I got an idea.
What?
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. I'll give you a little bit of help, a
Mhm.
little bit of power. I got an idea.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
If you're able to start prank wars wherever the hell you are,
What?
I'll give you a little bit of power.
What? I don't have anything. What can I possibly do here?
I don't know, figure it out.
Okay. I guess I'll figure something out for you. I don't know.
Shenanigans. Oh man. Well, there you go. And you see as they stop responding until you go do stuff. So,
Yep.
there you go.
Incredible.
Alright, well, is there anything else you're doing, Zale?
No. Not yet.
You got it. So, I believe no one else was wanting to do anything before they actually begin to start watches or anything like that. So, if that is the case, so the first watch with that of an 18 and that of a 7. Alright. As you guys are going about, for the most part, I think you guys already covered it, but as you're sort of resting or looking around and about, ever vigilant for about 3-ish hours, is there anything you guys say or do during your watch, or nah?
Not
After
that I-
the teasing Ilva did, nah, she'll just be stoic and stone cold, dude. She's just gonna keep
Just like,
watch.
Hey, are you
Make
alive?
him feel awkward.
Are you alive? Are you alive?
Do you respond to it, Ilva?
Nope.
He's just awkwardly holding like the flame in his hand, like, you're a spellcaster. Do you need names for your spells by chance?
she'll just turn her head, look at him in the face, like, and then eye him up, and then
Blind,
just
by
turn
the way.
around.
What did you say?
Blind, by the way, doing all of this.
It's like, you look. Is that a yes?
She's not gonna say a word.
Thanks them anyway. Don't worry. In case you can't really talk that well.
She'll actually do like a little chuckle, and that's about it.
All right. Well, throughout that of your watch, seems to go by uneventful. As you guys are, you may get the next 2 individuals for that of the next watch, if you will. Who are those individuals?
Let's grab the birdie.
All right.
Just gonna
What about
grab.
Mis- Oh,
Sorry,
What about Mr. Roboto?
do you want to grab Mr. Roboto?
I mean, he can do 2, right? Oh no,
Um,
they. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they can do two.
I'm learning. I swear. I mean, do you want to, Mr. Robot?
Sorry, could you repeat the question? Out of
We're
character?
doing second watch. That wasn't in character. I was asking you if you wanted to.
I'm available to engage in watchful activity.
So that's a yes.
You know what? I'm gonna gently wake up
is-
Krillin as well.
Affirmative.
Okay. Yeah, just go to that statue right there. Yeah, you see it? It's like right here.
Sort of
How's that?
direct them to it.
Okay, yeah, you have the perfect position too. That's where I sat.
Farmer,
Okay.
it takes you a little bit, but you're able to sort of climb onto that of the statue, just sort of sitting in the lap of this thing. All
As I
right.
get gently woken up, I'm gonna spring to my feet and just put my hands up. What is it?
It's your turn to keep watch.
I have questions for you later, and I'll fly up to the head and then stay there.
Easy enough. Are you perched on top of it?
Yes, I'm perched on top of it like a bird.
Easy enough. That being said, as you guys are, there's nothing else you shoot, or you two, Ilva and Zale, are doing.
Nope.
All right,
Just extinguishing the flame and going to bed.
you got it. That said, all right. I need Farmer and I need Creelan to make a perception check for that of their watch.
Reception.
That'll work.
Oh no.
Got this, buddy.
Yeah,
Alright,
you got
Farmer,
it.
bring us home. 11 and an 8. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. So, an 11 or an 8 and an 8, you guys may continue. You guys are ever vigilant, as you believe to do so. That being said, as several hours begin to pass, or over the course of several hours, do you guys say anything to one another, or is it completely dead silent?
I would. I mean, the thing is, my character. I imagine my character would be just like scanning the horizon, and so all my compatriot would hear is just the light sound of my servos revving up every time I turn my head.
Just,
Well,
Could
okay,
be,
I'm not that. I'm not. Sorry, I'm not that stiff, but yeah, that's pretty much all you would
That
hear.
sounded
In the dead of
terrible.
night. In the dead of night. It's-
Oh man, no, I'm messing with you, buddy. All right, easy enough. As
It'll
you're,
be,
oh, go
it'll
ahead.
be silent for like the first 3/4 of the watch, and then I'll kind of look down at Farmer and just ask, Farmer, what is your way?
My way. Can you elaborate?
Your path, your journey. What is it? Everyone has one. Everyone must adhere to one.
Presently, I do not have a path. I am stationary.
You'll see me just flutter my wings in organics. Then I'll kind of perch back up and continue scanning the horizon.
Organics.
Is there a particular reason you are asking?
I'll lean back down. I guess I'm kind of looking over him from the positioning, and everyone has a way, and it must be followed here too.
Ah, so you are speaking of a mission or prerogative, not a direction. I understand. My programming dictates that I must engage in peaceful cooperation with organic beings and do what it is that is necessary for me to provide for the population.
This is a start, and there are others like you following that path. Yes?
Indeed, back in my home of Zenobia, there are others like me that have been decommissioned from the Great War and have been reprogrammed for this purpose.
is to become of them if they stop following this purpose?
If any of those individuals stop following this purpose, well, that would make them rogue. Of course, the laws covering this in Nobilia are quite strict. They may be re-educated or decommissioned entirely.
See, Krelin kind of perch his beak area. He doesn't have a mouth, and give a little nod. Maybe we aren't so different after all. See, there are others like me, follow the monastic life, who fall out of their way. They go outside of what's expected, go outside of what's needed for the greater good of our lifestyle. And to put it akin to you, they're decommissioned. And to put it in my words, they're hunted, killed. I am one of those hunters. For those who do not fall in the way and keep the path, they're taken off of anyone.
Interesting. So you help maintain the order and prevent renegades from ruining the status quo.
Not just the status quo. We are on a greater mission. A greater path. I keep that in order. And I'll look to the sky and see if there's anything above me going on.
Make a perception check, Krelin.
Oof.
6. From what you can tell, begin to see sort of forming something. It kind of looks like a structure out of the sky, kind of like a. But then it kind of looks like more of a line, and then kind of dissipates and vanishes from your sight. It's almost like a path, but again, it sort of vanishes.
This is a strange place.
Indeed, this place does not have any. Well, it does not seem to be located in any of my databanks.
Out of character question: Have we established if the stars and the constellations are the exact same,
Or
or if they've changed?
How do I explain this? Ooh, how do I explain this? So, out of game, across all of the Auroraverse, the stars and constellations are the same. They're always the gods and whatnot. That's just how it is.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
In game, again, because of that, they would just be pretty similar, you know?
Understood. But would I notice anything that indicates that I am not on Zenobia now, aside from what other individuals have said? Like, obviously, the sun does not just blank out of existence,
Yeah.
right? There's
Yeah,
no
it's fucking
difference
weird.
there's no difference in the constellations.
No. So, a couple of things to, at the least, or different key differences that you would have noticed. One, you did not see anywhere on Zenobia, you did not see a giant tree. Especially as big as the one that Ilva pointed out from before. Well, not even Ilva just pointed out, everyone, you guys can always constantly see the giant sort of tree off in the distance. Two, the waterfalls over that of the ocean, the water just sort of falling from pretty much that of the sky, that definitely wasn't there. You've never heard of anything just in your general, you know, stories or anything that you may have heard in passing, right? The other thing is floating islands that explode. That's not a thing. So it's not anything like it's kind of a hard question to answer, because there's going to be different things like, oh, never seen that before. Oh, never seen that before. Doesn't seem like that would be the case or whatever on Zenobia, you know what I mean? Right.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Perhaps when all of this is completed and we find a path back to where each of us belong, I can return to the farmstead located on Zenobia.
Returning home would be an option for some. I cannot. Not until my mission is complete. Doesn't matter how long it takes.
If you are no longer where you are from, then what part of your mission can you fulfill here?
Those who have stepped off the path is here. It must be eliminated here. Maybe I was brought here for a reason. If not, I'll have to find my way back.
I think I think Farmer is going to sort of acknowledge and ponder over the conversation, but I think at this point he has nothing else to say.
Easy enough.
I'm going to just fly over here because I want to get a different advantage point. And like a bird, perch on this statue's head.
Easy enough. As you're going to do so, you look about and continue off. That said, over the course, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, you guys, that being said, for the most part, your watch goes by uneventful. That said, who are you guys bringing on last for that the final watch?
Am I able to do it twice?
Yeah, if you want to. If you guys want to get like 3 people during a watch, you guys can do that if you want to. If you want to get 1 more, you can also do it. It's really up to what you guys want to do.
But like technically, I'm able to without it affecting my sleep.
Yeah, you're able to do 2 without it affecting.
Yeah. Sure. So why not?
All right. Is anybody else joining Farmer?
I can.
Alright. Alright, Nafiba, you can move your token wherever you wish. Is it just you 2, or is the third one joining?
I do my part.
Alright, Sirius, you're joining then as well? Alrighty, you guys move your tokens and all that stuff. Afterwards, make your perception checks for me. Oh, so just so you know, Matt, a couple people in chat. Oh, never mind, you already saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm about to let you know. All right. Let's see what you got.
God damn it.
19, 9.
I stole the 10.
Stole it. Just get up out of here. Just smack the dice out of the way.
I took the 1.
And then, Farmer, I need another perception check for you.
Let's see that 20. Oh,
11.
Let's see, 11.
All right.
Wow.
Consistency, I love it.
That's what we like to see. All right. That said, you guys are ever vigilant. I'll let you know if you see anything. But again, a watch or happens over the course of multiple hours. And through that time, is there anything you guys say or do throughout it?
I just stare at the water for a very long time, trying to see something in it.
Make a perception check, Phoebe. What are you thinking about at the moment?
I'm thinking about the visions that I saw of my best friend.
As you're sort of pondering, looking towards that of the water, begin to sort of reminisce and sort of recall that of even just the sort of first meeting of you and that of your best friend. You begin to see that of her face, but kind of not able to put that of a sort of a name to it. You look towards them and they seem to have sort of longer black hair, almost similar to yours, having a sort of similar aesthetic. As you're sort of gazing towards it, almost being lost into the sort of visions of that of the water, begin to see as there are, oh boy, you see yourself and that on top of that of a nearby sort of mesa, the very, very top of it. And you see as there are several dozen individuals and whatnot. You see as they're all sort of laughing and smiling and sort of enjoying themselves and other creatures about. However, it's kind of hard to see that of your perception check, able to discern significant features. But for the most part, as you're sort of traversing this sort of street, if you will, you seem happy for a brief moment. Before you begin to remember all the pain that they've caused, kind of sort of subsides for a brief moment. You eventually begin to see, Sirius and Farmer, you definitely notice. You would begin to eventually see as the serpent, smaller in form, will begin to emerge and then look towards, or look kind of back towards you. Just sort of kind of gazing, but almost wondering, almost observing each and every single one of you.
I see it too.
Yeah, you three who are on watch, you guys are easily enough able to see it.
Okay.
Not really saying anything, just sort of sitting there and kind of watching.
How curious.
I'll put up my hand.
Oh boy. Make an animal handling check for me.
Okay.
Oh no.
Handle that guy.
Woohoo!
7? Oh man.
Ah.
You see as it does begin to approach, and it kind of just sort of looks at you, kind of just like, it looks at your hand and looks down at you, just sort of ponders, kind of like a very, very confused manner, not understanding really at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll become friends one day. Mark my words.
It's not an actual serpent.
I don't give a shit.
Oh man.
You might have better luck finding serpentine creatures in the sands.
You think I don't know where to find snakes? Do I look like I don't know my shit?
I don't know, because you're messing with something that's not technically a snake.
I look just like animals, okay? It's not just doesn't just have to be a snake. That's kind of racist, not gonna lie. I didn't.
I'm only assuming that it's snakes because of the way you drew on the first serpentine.
Well, you shouldn't assume, that's what I'm saying.
You're not very persuasive with like how much you're presenting though.
I'm not talking to you right now. I only hear things coming. I don't hear any apologies. I'm just...
I can, this is why we kind of just stayed with the faithful.
Was that an I'm sorry? Did I just hear I'm sorry? I'm sorry?
I apologize for assuming.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Phoebe, you look over towards that of the serpent in the water, and you see as it's kind of just... Funny enough, you see as there's actually two of them, and they kind of just seem to be sort of conversing with one another. Make an insight check.
Yeah, because I'm good at that.
Oh no.
Oh, okay,
Oh
never
yeah,
mind.
you are.
Good at it now.
Pretty damn good if you look at me.
From what you can tell, they're looking at each other, and they seem to be sort of exaggerating mouth movements. Are they mocking you?
Oh no.
That's kind of
Not
funny.
you specifically, but kind of you three in general. Are they they're either imitating or they're mocking. You're not entirely sure because you can't really understand them, but...
Do I understand them?
Well, the thing is, they're not actually saying anything. It's just sort of, they look like
Okay.
they're mouthing stuff, like, you know.
I understand. I read lips.
Do you actually? There is a feat for that.
No.
Okay.
They're
Oh,
water
there's a-
creatures. How did I read that?
I'm fucking know what I mean. Shit.
I don't know
man.
how magic works.
I gotta make sure. That's
I'm asleep.
But one thing do note, you do see as they don't necessarily just reside in that of the form of a sort of or snake or dragon or anything like that. You do see as they begin to take the form of actual multiple creatures. At one point, you do see as they actually take the form of a dog, and then that of another time being that of a cat. And that's pretty much it.
See, not snakes. It's before Sirius actually kind of like speaks to the body, just kind of like he pulls up a small little root and just casts root cap and starts playing with it.
Easy enough. Wait, hold on. Are you giving it to them, or are you just playing with?
No,
it?
I'm playing with like a blade of grass or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. Easy enough. That said, is there anything else you guys are doing? Alrighty. So, at this point, alright. It's just kind of just looking about. Farmer, you're probably the first one to sort of... Well, actually, no, probably not. It'd probably be serious, actually. But, as you're sort of looking about, or towards that of your surroundings, you begin to almost feel lighter. Almost feel as if something like a great weight is being lifted off your back. Almost as if you can almost nearly fly. I need Nephiba, Sirius, and Farmer to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Do I not see what entity is causing such effects?
No, you do
That's
not.
my dump stat.
Oh my god.
That's
no.
my one. That's a natural one on my dump stat.
That's a
Which
negative
means
one.
I have a negative one.
Uh-huh. I see.
What? How does that even work?
So 17, 6, and -1. Alright.
Did we get our long rest, by the way?
No, you've gotten at least a short rest, but let me explain. So here's what ends up happening. So Nafiba, you feel just a little bit lighter and all that other stuff. You're kind of vibing. Sirius, just sort of like begin to float a little bit off that of the ground, and as this is happening, Farmer, you are just sort of looking about, and you just see as Farmer is slowly rising and rising and rising, and he just sort of bumps nearly his hat onto the top of this sort of statue. You don't take any damage, but it does definitely hurt, and it hurts a lot. But you see, or you feel all your bones begin to lighten, and for others, that of their sort of infrastructure. And Sirius and that of Farmer, you guys are just floating amongst that of the air at the moment, before eventually sort of coming back down to the ground. You have to sort of pull yourself to do so, but you're able to.
Ow.
Panic
Ow.
runs through his eyes.
Ow.
Phoebe, Palmer, Phoebe, Palmer.
Oh, okay. Oh, calm down. Just relax. Try to grab onto something. Don't.
The elements here
float.
are not kind.
It's alright. Hold my hand. Here, grab my hand.
I grab her hand. I just feel the shaking of it. Both hands are kind of encompassing yours. Large fucking hands, mind you. I don't know how tall Phoebe is.
Okay.
I mean, Sirius, you are, how tall are you? I know you're a furball, so you are definitely massive, but like, are you?
I got like a good 8 feet on her.
8 feet, yeah. That's what I thought. But eventually you're able to sort of, you are definitely a thinner sort of furball. You're able to pull him down onto that of the ground and sort of be able to help him stand for a brief moment. That being said, you guys are kind of looking about, and a couple of your he watches a couple of the rocks are just kind of like floating there and whatnot. They kind of sort of drift off occasionally, even with that of the wind. Some of the smaller like pebbles, but nothing like too big. That said, it's a sensation that none of you almost never felt before in your lives. It's ever strange. You're not entirely sure what was the cause of it, but you didn't see anything, or anything happen, or any magic being casted. It just seems to just almost sort of happen from what you can tell. Not entirely sure. But that being said, it is low gravity at this moment in time. What are you guys doing anything, or are you just remaining on that of your watch?
This is messing with my sensors. It's messing with my sensors.
It's obscuring my senses as well. My sense of equilibrium is not well here. What is wrong here? You see the rocks floating. He kind of just taps it.
Begins to go flying off.
I kind of like it. You know?
So much to learn of this land. There's too much to learn in this land. This feels
Alright.
tainted.
Calm down. We'll be fine.
Being said, as you kind of look over, you begin to go about, for the most part, the rest of your watch uneventful. However, two things to note. One, the low gravity doesn't stop. And two, sun hasn't risen. Moon hasn't changed position since you first saw it. But eventually, one by one, you guys are all able to wake, and you guys are able to gain the effects of a long rest.
Yay.
Yeah, but
Let's go! Spell
Yay.
slots!
I need it.
I love spell slots.
Alright, if you guys
Go
don't know
through?
how to do
Go
the long rest on Foundry, all you do is you double click on your character or your token, and then you just look towards the top left, hit the long rest button, and then boom.
I'm trying.
I'm trying
I'm
as
trying too.
well.
Hold up, I think the server disconnect. Hold up, give it a minute.
Oh, I lost connection. No.
Give it a minute.
I'm crying
The
in real life.
The server
I got
likes
it.
to poop itself every now and again.
okay, there we go.
Okay, I'm good now.
Alright. That said,
Yay.
as you all awaken, you all begin to get back up to that of your feet. Is there anything you guys would like to do at this moment in time?
Gonna stare at that moon like it's in the same spot, right?
Same exact spot.
Am I able to tell like the time of it,
No.
or like can I perceive like what time is essentially stuck on?
Oh, like where the moon is, like what part of the where it is, like I know what you mean.
The
It
cycle.
is, yeah. So it is directly like almost. Ah, boy, I don't know fucking moon cycles and all that stuff, but it is like directly
Well, not
above
moon
all.
cycle, but like you know, like
I
the same
know-
way you can tell the sun. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is directly above you. Like it's slightly like off, but like you almost have to look almost entirely up, almost.
Midnight.
It's either high noon or midnight here.
Oh no, a cowboy's gonna shoot us in the head. I guess I'll produce flame and make that nice little light source.
You got it. All right, I will give you your token back.
Thank you.
I can create bonfire, so I'm probably going to.
Alrighty, create bonfire.
Can't move it like me.
Boom,
And it's
boom.
and I'm gonna do it the scary way, where I'm using, where I'm like popping my hand and going.
Oh boy, I got an
That's
animation
so-
for you. Oh wait, hold on, that's too much. That's too much. Oh god.
Ah!
All right, there you go.
We set everything on fire.
That said, all right. Eventually, you see as Farmer's able to light that of the flame, creating a little bit of light. Zale do or following suit, casting that of a little bit of a, or conjuring a bit of flame and just keeping it there.
Right? You don't have it. Is there like a stick around this?
Yeah, you could just sort of find or grab a branch, break it off, make it stick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a good hefty branch and jerk off a small flame on top of it, making a makeshift torch.
You got it.
Oh,
Bless you.
bless you.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna cast Vigilant Blessing on myself.
All right, easy enough. You see all. Yes. All right.
You still have a blindfold.
I'm gonna get a small stick from anywhere and just use my wood carver's tool to make it pointy and then throw it.
All right, you got it.
That's it.
You throw the stick off to the side. You put a little bit of force into it and it kind of breaks, but I mean, you know, it's a stick, so.
I guess in the meantime, since we are well rested, and the sky is not changed again, as we make off to the beach, gather our new friend here and do as such. I'll approach the water and call forth the primordial to the entity in the water.
All right. As you begin to do so, you see as they begin to rise. After a bit of time, and as they do, you'll see as they look towards each and every one of you, and then begin to say, strange talk. Is time.
With my last request saying that we will travel forth in the rising of the sun, it seems what that time here is not cohesive, and we will venture out now.
I'm gonna nudge Siri. I can't understand what they're saying, but I'm just gonna ask Siri to see if he knows how to ask him if he knows how to bring down the barrier.
I'll relay that to the asking primordial. Do you know of the barrier here? Can it be dispelled or traversed through?
Magic. Don't know more.
relay that back to common. It does not know.
Okay.
I will take out a piece of the paper I've been making a makeshift map on and make note of this location.
Easy enough.
And I will gently put out a hand and say, make care to your hearts. We will use it to traverse to the waters.
No need. You have 1 hour. Get to Mistress Land. If not, I reside. We reside in heart. You'll see as it begins to elongate again, looking towards the 2 crystals within it.
And I'll ask, where is your mistress's land?
All around, surrounding.
Who is your mistress? What name do they go by?
Make a persuasion check. Name not allowed to say. Passage. Oh, actually, no, he wouldn't say that. One moment. Oh, I gotta make sure. One moment, gotta fact check. Close enough. You'll see as they begin to say, watch over depths.
I'll relay this back to the group. Let's watch over to the depths. It seems this mistress lands are all around us. And that is the only way we can traverse.
Make an intelligence check, Siri. Adding it, 19 on top of that. From what you can probably gather, watching over the depths, it could be, but it's a little far-fetched, but it could be he was referring to Thassa, the goddess of the sea, if anybody. But, I mean, it's a little far-fetched considering that's a god, but I mean, hey, the place is fucking weird, so it could be.
Alright, gang. So we gotta do a thing with the Thassa.
We gotta do a thing with the Thassa.
Incredible.
Alright. That said, you will see as the creature will begin to start almost conjuring a spell, and as he begins to do so, you will see as he begins to ask you in Primordial, which form?
I will then describe towards something bipedal, something swift, something obscure.
You'll see as it will begin to... Oh boy.
A chicken.
You said what?
Water Betty!
What? Oh goodness.
Don't worry, tune in to Risk and Race to see about Betty.
Oh god. Alright. I don't have the art for it, but you will see as he will begin, or over the course of 10 minutes of conjuring the spell, unless there's anything you guys are doing, you will see as they will eventually begin to take a smaller form into that of a small pangolin.
Small what now?
What now?
A
Don't
what?
know what a pangolin is? Alright, hold on, I got you.
No.
I
A
got you.
pangolin. That's
Panda.
spaghetti.
Penguin?
No, not a penguin. It's these little things. They're the ones that they're adorable. They look like this. They can turn into they can literally fold into themselves to become like little roly polies. Looking in game content, they look like that.
Oh,
Oh, those things.
Oh, yes!
Aw.
Super
love
cute.
Sandshrew.
I love it.
Sandshrew.
But the thing to note is that the creature is completely made out of water. You see as the crystals still reside in it, granted, but it is completely made out of water.
Okay, I'll have my hands out and
Oh, yes.
pull it
Chat.
up and show towards Phoebe, saying,
Chad, this is what a
not
pangolin
serpent,
looks like."
But I guess you will see about this creature. You will take care of it, yes?
Yes.
But careful about its corporeal form. Do not use any more arcane means to warp it or manipulate it.
No. Can I have it?
Jeez.
I hand it to her.
Thank you.
Alright, you eventually see as it begins to. It doesn't really like you try to pick it up, but it kind of feels like it'll probably slow the group down if you don't, so it will allow you for the time being.
Yeah. My bad. Forgot. Yeah, I'll relate to it that
With respect.
with respect, and that it does. This person here will protect you.
Alright. You'll see as it just begins to nod, and oh god, I gotta do this fucking thing.
Do it.
I hate it here. You will see
For the
as it
chat.
begins to say,
Okay. We protect this being with our entire lives.
I agree completely.
oh my god. Oh man.
This creature will be our namesake. It will be our legacy.
No, in my life. Oh man.
The light of my life.
Oh, hold on, I gotta refresh on my end. So, while that's reloading over here. Alright, so are you guys heading out to that of the, or towards that of the beach?
Yeah.
Alright.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
as you
Each
guys
episode.
as you guys are traveling through, I need one person to, or you need to pick one person who is leading that of the charge to make sure you guys don't get lost. Who will that be?
Guess that'll be the guy with the map. Anyone want to help with the eyes?
I will.
Wink, wink.
Alright. I need you.
I would.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who's doing it. You can have
No,
one main
hey, man.
person and someone's giving advantage, but it's only can be two people assisting, you know.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
who
but
is the
you-
leader and who is assisting?
If you really want to do it, Max, you by all means go nuts.
No. I was.
You want to help? You want to help? I got the map.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
What is your name?
I was just saying, what is your name?
Wow. What is your name? What is your name? Oh, no, stop. I will stop.
Oh man, I think you should ask this creature this life story. Oh my god.
I will
We
ask
already
in
gave it a
primordial
therapy
for its name.
session.
What it wishes to be called.
I don't have one.
We're
Maybe
gonna
you're in
give her
charge of
one.
naming it.
Okay. Betty.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's
God damn it.
wrong.
That's copyright.
Shouldn't do
We
that,
can't
no.
do that.
The material plane can't have two Bettys.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry.
Gracie.
What? That's
I don't know.
disrespectful.
How is that disrespectful?
That's disrespectful. I don't like
How?
Because I don't like it.
it.
How about
Nick really doesn't
water
like it either.
specimen number 1?
No. Farmer, no. Shh. Farmer took it.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. You need to be able to call it quickly.
Yes, exactly.
I see. I do not have a tongue, so I might not be the best one to make the name.
I am so
Carl.
sorry for
That,
Carl?
Carl.
what?
Just Carl.
Carlito.
With a K. Carl with a K.
That rings off the tongue, but not Gracie.
How about coral?
We'll workshop.
Coral?
Workshop. You gotta go to the
I like coral.
coral.
I knew this coming.
The shellfish
I knew it was
coral.
coming.
I like.
Yes. Oh boy.
I do like coral.
It's just see as there's just all this like just immediately crowded around the creature. It's just like
What about
Coral with a K.
coral?
Coral with a
Coral
K.
with a K.
Coral, the coastal destroyer. I like that one.
Alright. As this is happening, Creelan's just gonna take to the air.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're on.
I don't know
Alright.
these people.
Alright,
Getting
you
on
got
it. We're getting on it. On task. All right, got the map. Who's looking out?
I can look out if you wish. I'll be 16 feet above you guys.
Guidance.
All right, bird and cow. Let's go.
Alright.
Jesus, take the
That being
wheel.
said,
You all are really weird.
but regardless,
Maybe you're in charge
eventually,
of getting its life story.
Yes.
eventually, you guys begin to continue off. I need those leading the charge. I need you to make a survival check, or you can choose one person and make them roll with advantage. Your choice.
Yep, or just with you, Krellin.
Actually, survival, yep, that I do.
I'll give you advantage.
Alright.
Ooh,
Just
24.
just roll the one before this for fun too.
For
You never know.
fun.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh boy, 28. That
That's
would
how
beat
you
the
roll.
DC. All right, I'll tell you if you guys see anything. Let me pull up the actual map. Let me see if you guys see anything extra. So as you guys are traversing and whatnot, you do find, or you do get closer and closer towards the beach, and during that time, you do see a couple of more sort of exploding, floating islands. You see as they begin to almost immediately just begin to form and almost fly off in several different directions with that of the low gravity. You do see as they begin to go spiraling. However, it's not that much of an impact as you saw before. That said, looking around with a 28, hold on, it takes me a minute to load this map. It's literally 16k. It takes Foundry forever.
16K for a map.
So how's
It's
everyone?
my bad, I took
today?
fucking 8 months to make it.
How's the weather?
Better
It's
shit
night.
as always.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually, is it
okay.
cold right now since it's nighttime?
Here?
It is actually cold, but not as cold as you would think, or from where you're from.
Okay. Because usually, deserts are usually extremely
Yeah.
hot in the day and extremely cold in the night.
It is cold, but not enough to where you guys have to worry about like freezing to death or anything like that. But
Oh, thank God.
yeah.
Good thing I'm not wearing a
Um,
shirt, otherwise I would be in trouble.
Uh,
I'm trying to get hot.
from what you can tell, with a 28, nah, nothing really of immediate interest that would just kind of like catch your eye. Besides, again, seeing the pyramid off to the side, that of the several floating islands, and that's pretty much it from where you're at. Yeah, pretty much it. Well, actually, no, you do see something. But this is like far out. Now, granted, it's about as far in direction or far in like distance comparatively to that of the giant tree. But you do see scattered about several sort of things in that of the ocean. Now, keep in mind, this is like 100 or almost getting close to 1,000 miles out. But it seems to be that of mushrooms, sort of like on that of the water. They seem to be kind of like protruding out of it. But it is, and they are massive in size. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What you get with a 28, but that's very far out.
Raven, are you okay? What are you doing that?
I love mushrooms.
Oh, did I get rid of? Oh, thank you, PK.
Love
Alright.
a fucking good shiitake.
I don't like eating them, but they're great when they're like big and to look at. I love that.
Eventually, after a couple of hours, you guys are able to go there or nothing seems to happen as much, and you finally find yourselves at the beach. Over here, you see that of an abundance of sand, but even, well, funny enough, but even trees and life. You see sand and also water not too far from you, obviously. However, it's not all peaceful.
Oh no.
Looking
God damn it.
around, it's not too hard to see. You see as there are several crates with skeleton corpses around them. But regardless, you guys see this. Alright, I'm gonna swap on over for you.
Why did the dead people have to follow us?
The dead surf boys.
Oh, wow, that actually worked out. Perfect. But I gotta
Yay.
fix it on my end, so give me one moment.
Oh
Alright.
my
Take your
god, it's so
time.
pretty.
Alright.
It's
Oh, it's daytime. Yeah, the lights back on.
Who's flickered on the lights? But now you're good.
Nosferatu.
Alright. That being said, let me get you guys a little bit of ambience. God damn it. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll do this one. So, that being said, what are you guys all doing as you eventually arrive towards that of the beach? You see as it's in its entirety, massive in that of size, almost no end in sight from what you can tell. And at this point, you can see as you're you're slightly closer towards it, but you see that sort of giant, almost kind of waterfall, but there's just massive water sort of spilling from that of the sky itself. That said, map is yours to explore.
I would like to see.
Are these crates here?
Yeah, they are.
Crates. Float.
That's material.
I'm gonna cast Izonite on the myself, Phoebe, Krillin, and Siri.
All right. At this point, you guys begin to watch as you're kind of struggling a little bit to see, and then immediately you watch as Ilva begins to sort of channel something, and you watch as your eyes begin to almost open anew, and you can see for hundreds and hundreds of feet away. You guys now have, I believe, 300 feet in dark vision.
I can
Oh,
see the
shit.
darkness beyond.
Oh dear God.
And I know that Yova did this.
Yes.
I'm flying directly up to Yova, like putting my talon on her shoulder and just, how did you do this?
Wait, are you flying your talons in my shoulder?
No, not digging. It's more like, hey.
I'm not digging
I'm not
anything, you know.
attacking you
I
now.
was like, God dang, dude!
Not the armor.
It's more like, hey, buddy, kind of chat thing.
Hey, buddy.
What the fuck did you do to me?
Call it a gift.
Gifts. Hopefully none not to be taken away. And I'll continue flying forward. Just 10 feet ahead.
And in the meantime, I guess what Sirius would be doing is looking around for any signs of life.
Ilva, stop right there.
Why is
Oh,
that
dear.
crab glowing?
What?
What?
Wait, what?
Excuse
Wait, what?
me? What are you talking about?
There's a glowing crab. There's a disco light going on over there.
Excuse
I don't
know.
see it.
I don't see it either, but I don't really want to.
Oh god, wait, I see it now.
I do not. What?
Alright. Ilva,
Oh.
you see as, if you guys want to move your tokens, you'll be able to see. But as
I
you're sort of
Holy
walking
shit.
about,
What?
you begin to
What?
hear something from afar.
Are you
So-
kidding me?
Not. I really am not.
Let him
Oh
let him
my.
finish, let him finish, let him finish, let him finish.
You guys see as there is sort of a glowing sort of thing in the center. Make a perception check for me.
Ilva?
Me,
Yes, Ilva. Or anybody gets
Oh,
looking.
okay. I'm looking.
I'm
Alright, you
looking.
got it. 17. Make it with advantage, Zale, because it's his sight.
Of course.
Okay.
17, 20, 17. All right, here's what you guys see. You see as there are 4 sort of crabs sort of about, and one of them seems to have that of a sort of giant crystal in that of their claws. It seems to be coursing with something, but you see as it seems to be sort of spewing out that of a bit of light of different and changing colors every now and again. and you look over towards them, and they're kind of just sort of moving and kind of sort of shaking about, and then they begin to look over towards you, and they're kind of just ignoring and just going about their business. That's well, that is information known to you, so.
Oh my god, you ass.
spy
Oh
4
my
life forms.
god.
I will quickly ignore the crabs and go back to where Farmer is and check those crates.
Alright, you
Wait,
got
before we go exploring, maybe we should set this creature in the water because I'm still holding it. I'm not sure for how long you can do this.
Yes. I follow Phoebe and guide her to the water then.
Alright.
I will then, if they're gonna do that, I'm just gonna keep watching the disco party.
You got it. Alright. That being said, Phoebe, you are bringing that of the creature to. I think I can't. What the hell?
Bring coral to the waters.
You
Coral,
bring
the coastal
coral to that
destroyer.
of the waters, and as you do, you see as immediately, you watch as it begins to jump directly out of your hands and into that of the water itself. And as it begins to do so, you see as it slowly but surely begins to form into that of a larger individual that you saw before, almost instantaneously. At this moment in time, you see as they begin to speak, and they say, "Blessed by the mistress, thank you. You have aided us. Like I said, in return your assistance and gratitude, and more. Oh, we know you not. You us helped. So, if you require anyone to be disposed of, except for the starry ones, we will deal with them. We grow in strength now that we have the blessing coursing amongst us. But we can only do so much here. That said, if you require any of us to travel, keep in mind, they're talking to you, Sirius, but they're kind of looking towards all of you, expecting you to understand, but you know.
Yeah, I'm understanding. I'm relaying that to Phoebe.
Yeah. If you want us to follow, only for limited time, and also fulfilling our request, we will allow our company. That said, we will see as they will begin to slowly dissipate, waiting for your call, or waiting for you to say anything else. Do you say anything, or no?
Sirius bows his head in primordial, relaying, your aid is greatly appreciated as well, and hope that the next time we have called you, it is for, it is in the means of friendship, and hopefully not that of violence.
You'll see as they kind of nod for a moment. And as they do, alright, you guys have earned one favor with this entity. I'll mark that down.
Yeah, a water assassin. Yay!
Alright.
Yeah, I kind of nudged towards Phoebe. Is there anything you would like to? Never
Oh.
mind.
Oh, or,
Oh, never mind, he's back. Okay.
if you were saying something, then they would have like waited, but
Oh yeah. It kind of relates to Phoebe. It's like, is there anything you would like to relate to the entity?
Oh, I like you and goodbye.
Serious stares at her.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, do it.
I relay that in primordial and guttural reverberating tongues. I relay, I like you. Thank you.
okay. And then they kind of just sort of not knowing how to respond to that kind of. They
I'll
just
put it in my
slowly
hand again, by the way. Wait. I'll put it in my hand again. I want to try it again.
make an animal handling check, dear God.
Yes, thank you. No!
You can't just put your hand out in there thing expecting to touch. You gotta gently put it out there.
I'm determined.
You just see as it looks down and then just fucking dissipates.
You try again next time. I pat on the shoulder. It's okay. It's okay. We'll find
Right.
you another pet. You will remember.
No. This is what we do. This is kind of our greeting. Like I put out my hand and they, dissipate. That's how we do it.
Hi, I'm also curious. What race are you exactly? I don't think we ever mentioned such things.
Well, I don't ask you what your race exactly is either, do I?
I'm very curious. You called me out on some sort of racism. Are you of kin of snakes?
I point to scales on my neck and face. Yes. Yes, I am.
I'm sorry that seems to have afforded. I just curious and would like to have more understanding of such things.
I hope that does not make you think differently of me in any way.
Not whatsoever. I mean, look at me.
Fair enough.
We have one world and one sky. And with that, we kind of leave the sands of the shores here. Look, quick stare at the crab rave. Who's bored?
Well, real quick. Do you hold on? Can you just speak animal, or do you have to act?
I have speech of beast and plant, so I can talk to
Okay.
animals and plants, but I can't understand it back. It's a
Gotcha.
one-way message.
Gotcha. All right. Ilva, what did you make with your perception score from earlier? Yeah, 17.
17.
Also, you will eventually begin to see as these individuals over here will be just sort of almost dancing about, I guess. But you will hear something emanate from them, and it kind of sounds like shit. You see as they begin to immediately just sort of grab that of the crystal, sort of take it out of that of the ground, and you see as they begin to scuttle off further down that of the beach and the coastline. That's it. Taking it with
There goes
them.
food.
Oh,
Yeah.
Food.
we can't interrupt their dance party.
You want to die?
There's a sea, right? We could go fishing.
Keep in mind, Ilva, you did hear them speak.
Oh crap!
It's not a
Well,
barrage. That
it-
was real.
It's yeah. It's still food.
Right?
All right.
Uh,
Go ahead.
oh, I'd like to, while this is happening, I'd like to investigate each of the crates that are washed up on the shore.
Sure
Can I
thing.
assist with that?
Both of you investigation check or one with advantage. Go for it.
What's your investigation score?
Plus 6.
I'll give him advantage.
You got it. Alright, so through the likes of you, you guys begin to sort of scour and look in between, or between that of the or the crates. And 13 is what you needed. You're good. Or a little bit over you needed. You're able to find that of, actually, funny enough, you find a handful of that of rations, but a lot of it seems to be spoiled. But through that of this sort of crates, more so the one that isn't necessarily broken open, you're able to find 2 stocks of actual food. One other thing that you were able to find inside here is you're able to find it. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, you guys have seen it before. You guys also find another soul coin.
Ooh.
Yay,
Ooh,
money.
imitation crappy and money.
Granted, I have explained, make sure I have explained soul coins to this group, right? Like you guys have
Yep.
seen one before. Okay,
Yep.
making sure.
We have one.
Making sure I'm not going crazy. There you go. All right, so 1 soul coin and then 1 or 2 food. Boom, boom. There you go. Good stuff. That's
So much to see.
That's it. All right, what are you guys doing as a farmer? Zale, you eventually finish up collecting that of the materials and whatnot. And you have the rest of the beach to explore. Looking out towards it, you see as there is a small little cave, from what you can tell, inside of this sort of rocky structure beside what you guys are all standing around. There are several other crates, as well as several other skeletons as well. That said, what are you guys doing?
If someone wants to search the crates, I will keep watch of the skeletons.
I can continue. I can move forward and begin doing that.
I will help you with that in case,
You
skeleton.
know what? F it. I'm just
alive.
gonna sacred flame one of the skeletons.
All right, you got it. You begin to hold your head down, just immediately begin to sear that of the skeleton. It doesn't seem to react though. Good thinking.
Can I actually check about the skeletons?
Sure. What are you trying to?
I burnt this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah,
yes.
he burned that one. I'm checking this one. Then.
Yeah.
I want to kind of see like general physicality and probably how long it's been dwelling
Alright.
here.
All right. Make a medicine check for that. Farmer, as you're sort of investigating this area, looking through that of the crates once more with the help of Zale, you guys are able to eventually find that of another soul coin, but also that of a handful of just general materials and supplies. From what you can tell, between the two of you, or Sirius Farmer and Zale, there seemed to be an encampment before. The materials themselves seem to be stored in a fashion where they seem to be like almost maybe brought here, maybe they were just sort of placed here or something, but people, from what you can tell, probably lived here. So,
On the coast?
on the coast. That said, through the likes of it, as you're able to find that of a handful of water skins, you guys are able to gather that of 3 water resources and 1 more soul coin. That being said, you're already full on water at the moment, so
Can we keep the water skins, or do they count just as strictly as a resource?
it's like you can't take them right now at the moment because you don't have any
Gotcha.
space to carry them at the moment. But
Okay, we
if you
just
make
take the water,
rucksacks,
essentially.
establish a base or like form something that can store stuff in, then that you'll be able to increase the amount.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Also checking the skeleton again. Okay, we already did that.
Yeah. So again, from what you can tell, you don't see any like bits of flesh. It seems to be that this thing decomposed eventually. Now, granted, from what you can tell, you can't really tell really the sign of death or like what causes its death. But
There's no weapons or anything?
no weapons.
What about blunt force trauma?
Blunt force trauma, from what you can tell, no.
Let's see what kind of creature it was.
From what you can tell, this creature over here, it was just a simple human or humanoid shape. For the most part, all of them look humanoid-ish to a degree.
Okay. With that, kind of gather the rest of the companions here. We got your forward.
About one of this one over here, this individual off to the side, they seem to be more. They seem to be, or the way they're sort of bone structure is, it seems to be a little bit more primitive than rather than a normal sort of humanoid. Almost akin to that, well, of really a sort of a primate. That said, Ilva, looking off to the side, you do see as there is an entrance to that of the cave over here if you would want to go into it.
Can I investigate the primate bones?
Sure thing. All right, what are you looking for, buddy?
Am I getting, well, first, are we getting the sense that the bones are all different, or that they're the same kind of creature? Aside from that,
So
I guess I don't know what I'm
okay.
looking for. I'm investigating to find something to look for.
Gotcha. So if that's the case, looking towards them, so all these sort of humanoid-ish shapes, they look for the most part similar. This one, however, seems different than the others. Just at least the sort of bone structure, you know. They seem to be more kind of like akin to that of a primate. But I'll tell you this, Farmer, make a history check for me. History or nature, your choice, I guess. 12. And that's easy enough. You are familiar with that of a race, as they are very, very prevalent, occasionally in that of Zenobia. From what you can tell, just because it's very, very much defined, this is not a human or an elf or like a dwarf or anything like that. This is in fact a Hanu. Hanu is, for those of you who don't know, is kind of a monkey folk, if you will. That being said, you do know, at the least with the 12, that they are very, very rare, for the most part. And typically, also the other thing is, though they are rare, they actually do typically come in that of pairs of 2s or 3s. However, you do not see another one around here, or another skeleton like it. So
It seems that the bones that we are looking at here, these are the bones of a Hanu. As my databanks dictate that they usually congregate in 2s or 3s, but this seems to be the only set of bones of its kind here.
If that's the case,
Do more in the cave.
could be what? In the cave? As I kind of say that while checking boxes here.
Box checking.
all right, another investigation check. All right.
Got this. Believe.
Leave on one more time.
Hell yeah.
20. Ooh, with that, that's good. You find that diving through that of the things, you find a bit or multiple bits of bandages and also rags, as well as another soul coin. You guys find 2 stocks of medicine and 1 more soul coin. Oh
Nice.
boy.
Nice.
You guys are at 4 out of 5 for soul coins, and you guys are at now 2 medicine out of 5.
Yay.
All right.
This cave thing, is it more of a door or?
It's more of like a kind of archway that seems to be covered by that of the bits of moss. You can sort of walk in it if you want to.
Okay, I will walk into it
All right.
and have no, never mind.
I'll just reveal the thing, because you guys can't see through it anyways. That being said, all right, as you begin to approach into this area, you watch or you see as there are several other sort of crates and barrels. Again, sort of what you guys can tell earlier is something or someone or people lived here. You look around and it seems to be barren for the most part, besides the sort of crates and scattered about. But yeah, seems to
While-
extend a little bit.
While in this cave, I'm gonna have like my shield ready and like my arm or my hand kind of like readying a projectile. I want to like ready an action of guiding bolt if there's anything hostile.
All right, you got it. So conjuring that of the spell, keeping it on the ready or at the ready. All right. Are you guys walking in, or what are you doing?
Oh, I
I'm
don't.
just waiting for the team.
Gotcha. The
didn't
map
know
is
what
live,
we
so I'm
were-
waiting for.
Yo,
I'm
Solo, no way.
reacting wherever your tokens go, or whatever you told
Yeah,
me.
well,
So.
I guess after finishing and starting out the continent, so we'll kind of see Yova going there.
Oh, cave time.
Jova gone there, and I immediately get in a defensive stance myself.
All right. That
Be
being
on the
said-
ready.
One
We
that
don't know
does-
if what killed these people are inside here at all.
Already a flame bolt in case anything scary and dangerous.
Just perpetually taking the dodge action as I move.
Hold on 1 second.
We'll be behind you.
Alright, so Ilva, at this point, oh boy, as you're sort of readying and whatnot, you're sort of circling around that of the corner, and you see a sort of individual off to the side, about right over here, into that of the cave. And granted, the only reason you can see this is because you're dark vision from afar. But you see as there is a very, very sort of hairy individual with kind of a tail at the moment that seems to be almost in that of the debris of this sort of table that seems to be broken. And you see as they're sort of sitting amongst it, kind of sort of shifting and moving about.
Does it look ravenous?
Ravenous? They
Feral?
do look a little wild, but you see as they're also dressed in that of actual clothes. They don't seem to have noticed you at the moment. But again, they are right there at this moment in time.
I'm going to. So I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna try and as quietly as possible move right here and kind of position myself like a artillery would. Seeing that their, the instincts are kind of more wild, whatever. And even though my ready to action is guiding a bolt, I'm going to kind of like pound on my shield to get its attention to see what move it takes. While after I've done pounding the shield with my hand, I'm gonna aim it at this creature here.
All right. That being said, you watch as Ilva begins to ready himself and begins ready to bang the shield. Are you guys where you guys are at the moment?
Let's see.
Why is there a circle here? I'm confusion.
I didn't do it.
It's a trap.
I didn't do it.
My bad. I was clicking on the wrong tool.
You're good, you're good.
What I meant to
It's
do.
the circle of pain.
The circle of pain.
Don't
Everybody
step
make a
inside
death
of it.
saving throw.
You'll hurt bad.
Oh,
What I
man.
meant to do was, as I see again, I understand aggression intent, so I'm gonna go there and get in another defensive stance.
All right. That being said, that's what Creelan's doing. Anything you other four doing?
I'm just getting ready in case something tries to attack them. I'll hurl a firebolt at them, you know?
All right, easy
I'll
enough.
Go up and seeing and hearing Yova kind of bash your shield. I kind of. Why is
Well,
I can't ask about what is it that you see?
A wild thing.
Wow. All right, got it.
I'm actually gonna attempt to use my feature.
Keep in mind, this is all before Il was about to bang the shield.
Oh, where is it? Trying to use my observant feature to see how many creatures are in the space, which I can't click on because it's in my background, but it's my background feature.
I gotcha. This is. Quick notes, details on interior area. Okay, so quickly looking at them, you see as there is, well, this will come into play immediately. So as you are looking around, no creatures seem to be in sight except for one, and that creature seems to be almost like that of, again, kind of like a monkey as well. At least from what you can assume, probably a Hanu. Male from which looks like, but they seem man, they seem just abysmally old.
Am I really gonna blast an old person?
Listen,
Well,
Krillin don't care.
here's what happens. As you bang your shield, you just begin to see as this individual is kind of just sort of ow, and you bang your shield. What the shit? And you see as immediately they begin to back up and just sort of scramble about, just trying to go away from that of the noise. And you see this individual right over here. You see a little bit of blood sort of spilling across that of the ground, almost a little bit of a blood trail. And you just hear as the individual's like, what was that? What was that? Ovi's gone crazy, but not that crazy.
I want to move 10 feet and bang again.
I'll be standing directly behind Yola.
I'm gonna move forward as well.
You see as you bang the shield a second time, he's like,
Could this thing not see? Oh my goodness.
no, it can't.
Oh.
I guess.
You see as he just yells out, whoever's out there, Ovi knows Kung Fu.
And with that,
I'm gonna head out. All right, see you guys.
Nah.
I'm gonna step to the front and just say, what is your way?
You see he pause for a moment, for a brief second, and is like, who is that? Well, I mean, my way is, not here. Who are you? Why are you questioning me?
We come in. We do not come in hostility. We come in peace. We only seek shelter and refuge.
As soon as Siri says that, I'm gonna move my head back, kind of like in disbelief that he said that, and I'm still going to keep my action ready.
Oh boy. So, to get a general, are you guys, well, yeah, you guys have 300 feet of dark vision now at this point. You can see as they're sort of approaching that of a torch. You see this individual sort of standing about. If I can pull up their art. Oh boy. You see this guy. Yeah.
Monkey.
Monkey.
That being said, you'll see as you sort of say you want shelter. The fuck do you want it here? There's like an entire beach.
We have only freshly arrived and only just found this place.
I'm going to.
Okay, what the fuck does that mean to me?
Are you friend or foe?
I'm going to whisper to Krillin and suggest that we subdue him, and I'll back him up.
That being said, as you yell this out.
Oh, I didn't yell it out.
Oh, no. This is I'm referring to what Sirius said.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Well. Do you have coconut?
What?
Answer wisely. This may unleash the wrath of Bovi.
Excuse me?
Coconut? I look behind me. Do we have any coconut?
No. Why does he? What?
Why do you want a
What is-
coconut?
Because they're delectable. Now, do you have one or not?
No, we don't.
What happens if we say yes?
Nope.
Well,
You said no. Get the fuck
Okay.
out.
Oh,
Krillin is growing.
Anyone without a
increasingly
coconut
angry.
is an enemy to both of you.
Can we bring you a coconut?
I may be persuaded.
Okay. Let's go find a coconut.
wait. Are we
What?
just gonna go for his demands?
Yeah, why not? He wants a coconut. He's an old man. You think? Come on, we're
I heard that.
agile. We
Yeah,
can
you're
get.
right. You're right. Let's go keep holding at it. I gotta help.
As a
let's go get
general,
coconut.
yes, as a general reminder, we've encroached upon somebody else's abode. We should not be dictating terms to them. If
With
they
the
wish
people
to have
outside.
a coconut, then we should find a coconut.
what
Exactly.
even
I
are
go
they?
get-
What is that?
Manners.
I guess it's a fruit of some sort. I go to the street.
So
You got
hairy.
that being said, you go to that of the tree.
Oh goddamn! I'm coming. Hold on.
No,
Yeah. You see one.
While they're doing this, can Krillin and I subdue him?
This is so easy.
Yeah, can I grab it? Can I grab it?
You're 8 feet tall. You kind of gotta jump up
I got a
forward,
stick.
but yeah, you can do it.
I got a stick.
All
I
right, you
got
jump
this-
up, you hit it with a stick like sort of a pinata, and then boom, you're able to grab that of a coconut.
I grab it. What is this heady thing?
You.
What?
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 No, I mean, the coconut. Yeah, that's a coconut. It's fruit. We
Wow,
gotta,
that-
but we gotta give it to him.
While that is happening over there, you'll see as this individual is just sort of screaming out, "So!" And you see he's just sort of clutching that of his knee at the moment, like on the ground. And he's just like, "So, come here often?"
Let's return.
I'll lean back to Yova and brandish out my manacles and say that
Let's do it.
We have
What?
We'll go and
we
subdue
have
him.
said coconut.
You're over there. Wait,
You're over
you
there.
can't run
You're
over
over there
there.
at the moment.
God damn it!
Oh boy.
I'm
didn't
yelling
do
this out. They'll
anything
probably
yet.
do whatever they do by the time we get back.
This is highly irregular. Please
So-
stand
my
down.
manacles.
No.
You guys are approaching with the manacles towards the individual.
What is
No,
happening?
Keep in mind,
no.
no. This is like while you guys are outside getting that of the coconut. So this is what they're like doing while they're waiting at the moment. So Creel and Ilva, what are you doing?
Oh,
We're going to
God.
restrain him with the manacles.
Oh my god.
All right.
Move your cave just closer. You see as this individual looks over towards you with the manacles and this giant sort of armored woman off to the side. You see as she's like slowly sort of trying to crawl away, like, no, hey, Ovi's not into
Step
that.
on his leg.
No.
where'd they go?
That being said,
Oh, snap.
you will see as he begins to try to cast that of a spell, and that being said, as he does so, you see as he begins to cast Druidcraft, and you see as mounds of sand begin to form amongst you, almost begin to harden, almost restraining you for a brief moment. It stops your progress for like 2 seconds, and then you're just able to sort of kick it off and keep going. Hey!
I'm gonna grab him so Krillin can put the manacles on him.
All right, he will try to resist, but good luck. All right, he's gonna
Let's roll a 1.
make an athletics check with advantage. Oh god.
Oh
Wow.
You see as
Just
this guy
barely.
You see as this guy, he puts up a fight. He sort of kicks you in the face at one point and tries to immediately sort of elbow Krillin, but eventually able to restrain this guy or chain him up. At this point now, the rest of you begin to come in and see this. He's like, no,
Yes,
we won't go back.
We secure your coconut. Wait, they go. Oh no!
Oh my god, what are they doing?
As they're approaching, I'm gonna fly and hover over him and like beak down, ask him again, what is your way?
This is a. Can you like take me out to dinner first? What are you asking me these questions?
Oh,
I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about the dead bodies outside.
Oh yeah, you got Steve, and then you got Reginald and all they're dead. Eh,
How'd they die?
well,
Whatever he says, I'm inside checking it immediately
yeah.
afterwards.
He were these are the starry ones. Make an insight check.
What a liar. A 9!
9. You see, it's kind of hard to tell. But that being said, you see as he's in a position of like, fuck, he's chained up at the moment. You guys are surrounding him. You have a giant shield and clad in armor. He'll just begin to say, would you believe me if I said the corruption? And at this point, you watch as his form begins to slowly turn, that of an astral light, starting with that of the hand and going upwards towards the arm, and then stops for a brief moment. And you see as he's sort of shaking about, and you watch as this word is sort of said. Farmer and Nephiba, you look outside, and you see as the sky begins to flicker. And as it flickers, almost like a dying sort of light bulb, you watch, without any sunrise or anything, within a blink, you see as it is now day.
Thanks, Helios.
However,
Thank you.
it is 5 o'clock, so that is where I will have to call this session.
Oof. I got your coconut. Oh, he's out.
Oh. Oh, they're killing
man.
him.
Oh,
I
goodness.
gotta find out his way first. I'm not killing him yet.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy. Hey, yo.
When since I said wild and feral, I was just like, oh man, this thing murdered everything.
Well,
Cannibal
yeah, I
moment.
mean, look at him. He's fucking crazy as shit. So, that being said, and he also, granted, compared to that of his art, because we can only get art so much, he, notable features, he is not as well put together as his art details. There's rips, there's tears amongst that of his clothes. His hair is just sort of like, some of it is sort of ripped off, and others are sort of like, there's like bits of patches and whatnot. And it's kind of just sort of all strung about. But yeah, as it is. But he is definitely a weird individual, and he is bleeding out at the moment. So we'll have to find out what all this entails and what the fuck just happened next time. Secrets in the Sands. Oh man. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna break down stream and everything. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself and all that jazz. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll throw the raid over to you guys if I can. If no one's on Rolling Together is online, I'll see what I can do. But yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
Throw it over the ducky if you can.
If I can.
I'm
Gotcha.
gonna end it anyway.
We'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll be back. All right, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys are freaking awesome. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Man, we get to meet the likes of Bovie Von Bovie, this crazed bastard. Oh man, I'm super excited. But yeah, that being said, next session, or the next stream for that of Project Aurora is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the new campaign. I believe we haven't come up with a name for it yet, but it's the new Soulbound game. It's a continuation of the campaign Sands of Sin. So everybody, a part of Soulbound, Rhyme with the Frostbane, everybody can watch it, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern time, to about 11 p.m. Eastern time. So late night game. So be sure to check it out if you can. Also, be sure to join that of the Discord, where you can get involved with that, or get involved in that of the universe and leave your mark on it, whether it be being a player, being a dungeon master, being a community member, and affecting the world in any way, shape, or form. You got it. And last but not least, be sure to follow me on all socials and whatnot, and yeah. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. We're gonna see if we can go find somebody to raid at all. Anybody at all. Alright. There is We gotta go raid over to the Nat 30s, or that of the stream team. All right, so we're going to check them out. I want each and every single one of you guys to hang out with them. Make sure to leave a follow on their channel, all that good stuff, and yeah, just be the awesome group of people that you guys are known to be. All right, so Nat 30s. All right, here you go. That being said, everybody, thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!